Triumph the Insult Comic Dog video that I'm a fan of. It's the one where Triumph appeared on stage with an African chorus who was singing in the traditional African chorus manner.
How is that? What does that sound like?
I don't want to.
What is an African chorus?
I don't remember the name of it, but that's where they were from. They were a famous musical chorus from there.
Okay.
Civilization opening. Baba Yatsi.
Yeah, like Baba Yatsi.
That's actually not terribly far off from what I remember, but I haven't seen it in a few years.
So Moby, who's a member of this chorus?
No, he's just like the announcer.
He's about the opposite.
No, he's like the announcer dude for the event. That's all.
I see.
Yeah, they were singing some song called "Comeback," and instead of their usual chorus, Triumph was asking various faded away celebrities to come back, and of course mocking them in the process.
Sounds very mean.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was Triumph.
It's not very positive.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Who is Triumph, the Insult Comic Dogs? Who's the comedian behind Conan?
Well, he started on Conan, I think. I don't know.
Smeagol, I think, is his last name.
Smeagol?
I want to.
You're thinking of Lord of the Rings.
I think I'm dead on this one.
Smeagol.
I don't
You
remember
sure it's not
his first name.
Smeagol or
It might be
something?
Smeg. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I've never seen it pronounced. I've never heard it pronounced.
I didn't even know that there was. I mean, I just assumed the puppet was.
Well, it's more fun.
Autonomous.
It's more fun if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know. This without Xespera, it's all coming
It
unglued.
really
Nothing
is.
to hold this
We
together.
didn't know that she was the cement that held the team together, but
I hope that she's watching and seeing that
she's
her.
not. She specifically said, "I'm not going to watch."
Oh,
Wow.
So
what a pal!
yeah, I was like, "Thanks."
She was like, fuck D&D.
Pretty much. Those were her exact words, in fact.
To be fair, she is in a place where it snows, and that put me in a bad mood.
I mean, no, she is actually super busy.
Smells great.
Yes.
No.
As long as you don't have to drive in it, shovel it.
Or live
exist
around it in
near
any
it.
capacity.
It's fine to live in.
Or like see it.
No.
Or make it breakfast.
Yeah.
As long as
Or do its
I
taxes.
mean, I'm good with that. I love breakfast.
Or I love
Good
breakfast.
at taxes.
But make
What does Snow
I'm
eat
good
for
at breakfast.
What does Snow eat for breakfast?
Well, if I'm cooking scrambled eggs, bacon, and some complex carbohydrate,
That
Yeah,
would not
probably.
snow. You would kill it.
I don't care. This is about me.
I feel like there's a pun here, but I haven't come up with it yet.
I would
so.
prefer that to remain the case. Well, hey, Wyvern Slayer's here.
Hi, Wyvern Slayer. Welcome to the show. Xespera's not here, as we've said. She's off in Canada for the week for a work trip. We miss her dearly.
And she's gonna bring us back more ketchup chips.
She's
Don't want.
if she comes back, I mean, who knows if anyone's brave enough to get on an airline these days.
So we need to basically make sure the campaign ends tonight so that we don't have to meet next Tuesday and get more ketchup.
Yeah,
Is that what we're saying?
I mean, you've never once willfully put something in your mouth on this stream. I don't see why you'd have to start now because Xespera handed you
Well,
something.
she kind of specifically asked me even before the session, like, maybe you try these things. And she wouldn't tell me what it was. So of course, being her, I was like, I'm not committing to something. I
Yeah.
know.
Of course.
But are you
With your
crazy?
daredevil personality.
Yeah.
So if it's something that I don't know already that I won't like, I'll try it. And it was ketchup chips, but I've tried before and know I don't like, so I didn't try one.
Oh, I haven't posted.
Fucking party animal.
Busy the stream for another 30 seconds while I post on social media.
Oh, well.
Alright.
Let's do what we did last week in D&D.
Oh yeah.
Let's get that started now.
Go for it.
Last week on Dungeons and Dragons.
Last week on Dungeons and Dragons, we got the boat bombarded by fireballs.
It was
That's
it was a grazing blow.
And they were more like necro balls.
We met the town. There were weird flesh like golem things or something, flesh blobs. Townspeople are losing their flesh to become skeleton creature, undead things, maybe undead. Don't know. They're not very friendly to us though. We tried to get to the central tower. That failed. We met. What was her name? I'm jumping around quite a bit. Osha. Is it Osha?
OSHA, yeah.
OSHA.
Like
Like the
violations,
organization.
Like the workplace.
Yeah.
Violations.
We met Osha, who's apparently some kind of Templar that serves here, who still seems to have her sanity at least, or at least would talk with us friendly like, and unlike the rest of the townspeople. She recommended that we go find her her dwelling, I think.
Her
Her temple somewhere inside the noble district, but we started out in the poor district. We were like, well, screw that. We're going to ignore what the DM wants us to do and tried to go right for the tower right away. So then we got fireballed. And
That's
that's
the third time we've mentioned going to the tower. Are we going to the rest of the
Yes,
story?
yes,
sometime?
yes. All right. Couldn't get into the tower. Went back to the town. Town's gone totally nuts in the poor area we're at, or the southern area, which is like below the noble district. So we decided to try and break into the noble district. We had to scale a tower and use one of the buckets to get up. We managed to get in. We found out that they're locked in some kind of ritual with the giant flying narwhal that would fly around and coat them in some kind of pollen type stuff, which we can only assume is part of the reason they're turning into weird creatures.
You don't have to assume it. We actually figured that out.
I identified it.
All right.
Seemed to simulate life or death or something.
And we didn't
Maybe a
find
lot of
anything else.
coincidences. Just like,
We didn't find anything else in the noble district of interest yet, so we decided to head back. And the townspeople started to act weird, kind of just watching us. They weren't like hostile here yet, and we decided to try and just kind of go back over the wall. And where we just left off is one of the creature townspeople just kind of blew up the wall stairs to get out.
That is so.
I got two feathers. I put it here, and then I found it under my leg.
Wait, why do you have two feathers?
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit.
Wait,
you only have one feather.
Wait, so that is the... Did this get split in half?
I don't.
Maybe. I mean, I had a pack of them, so I kind of.
You don't get that!
I kind of assumed that
Don't have a
once
pair
you
of
just.
more glasses to fix it.
So, truth be told, I thought that once Marcus discovered that he could go around fighting nobles for feathers, that there was a chance that that's all that campaign session would turn out
or
to
the
be.
rest of the campaign.
So I had like a whole bundle of them that I had on
Just
hand.
cue like Conan the Barbarian music.
You never know. Maybe just waiting at a higher level.
Yes, probably. Good idea. You want to get high enough level that you can attack the city without repercussions.
One time.
Exactly.
So winter level 41.
Yeah.
The Sorcerer King might get upset.
Yes.
Gotta be ready for that possibility.
Yes.
I mean, of all the Sorcerer Kings, Tech seems like the one who would care the least if you were just walking around his city, cutting off his nobles' heads. You'd be like, bah!
It'd probably be like they
Already
deserved it.
good.
They're too weak.
Oh, well.
Yes. So we pick back up in Eldritch, where, as Bill says, we have
I rambled.
a bit of an explosion, destroying the staircase and the top of the tower where you made your elevator entrance into the city. And note, a lot of these folks are giving you a fair bit of attention and are studying you pretty intently, but no one's been like outwardly hostile towards you just yet.
Not in the noble
Alright.
district. Yeah.
So one question I've been trying to figure out how to ask without having to describe it again because it didn't work is what the current state of the wall is. So I drew this handy diagram. Is it more like A or more like B now?
It's more like A.
Okay, so the stairway ends before the top of the wall by a fair bit.
Yes, but also the top of the wall is just like chunks and like there's not like a platform to like land on up there anymore. Where previously there was a flat area with a desk and like a landing area for the bucket. That's just like crags now.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Alright. Okay. Well, I guess.
Are we doing initiative, or is this still
I don't
open
think
already?
we've been attacked.
They're not fighty yet, I don't think.
I don't think, unless I'm badly remembering the end of the previous session, no one's attacked, but there was an explosion.
Yeah.
So very clearly they've taken note of you and the fact that you're strangers.
Yeah.
And one of them was willing to die to keep us here.
Yeah.
I mean, what do they have to live for?
Alright. Well, Zoro.
Holland.
And we're
Basically
Holland.
Holland.
And we're sort of in like a defensive
Yes.
column. But
Zoro will, I guess, speak up and be like, well, I don't think we can go that way anymore. Should we head back, or...?
It could still get us over if we had to, but it would take extreme measures at this point.
he's pulling up the rear. He's sort of just like making sure everyone's at least far enough back. He's got his pick up. Be like, they're coming in. I don't like this.
So there's a tense sort of silence over a lot of the townsfolk. You guys are sort of muttering to yourselves, trying to figure out what to do. And The silence is broken, not out loud, but in your head you can hear a voice. And those of you that have communed with one of the Sorcerer Kings before, with Hamanu, or have had Avalanche Ray just plumb through your brain space a little bit or something like that, recognize the depth of power, the reverberation of this kind of creature. And you can tell that the townspeople are like jerking their heads back in just a certain way that indicates that you're probably not alone in hearing this. That a deep, sort of twisted kind of voice makes itself known to you. Good people. Blessings upon you from Rajat, bringer of life, the sky and the sea, the broken and the betrayed, the father of magic. I, your esteemed lord, Daskanor, have been communing with the heavens above, preparing the way for the healer of the world's arrival. It's come to my attention that our sacred boundary has been infiltrated by miscreants from the sinful south. Our purpose must not be interrupted. The fountain, the seed, and the branch will one day return. And that time is coming soon. Take up arms, take up whatever you have at hand, and make sure that they do not penetrate the sanctuary. And just like that, the presence is gone. And each of the townsfolk lower their heads reverently. And
I think Zora's gonna be like, to the roofs.
Kate is like about to start chopping into these bulk.
Let's go to the roofs. It'll be safer up there. They won't be able to swarm us.
What are you guys doing?
That is what Zora's gonna say. He does say that. He says we should quickly make our way to the roofs. At least we'll have. They won't be able to swarm us up there.
Cade's initial intention is just to cut down the two townsfolk closest to him.
Well, they're still keeping their distance, mind. You guys are sort of pushing your way through a little bit, but since making your way to the stairs, they've sort of given you maybe like 20 or 30 feet of a radius. So no one's like immediately close to you, but they're definitely like sort of tightening their fists and sort of waiting for one of their number to make the first move.
And Cade will just like while they're sorting stuff out, since he's in the rear, he'll just be holding action if anyone moves in.
Okay.
He's gonna ruin them.
Yeah. How about the rest of you?
I did say what I said then. I want to see what anyone else says. If anyone else thinks it's a good idea or not.
Go ahead.
What roofs exactly? Just that nearby houses?
Yeah, it's our best bet right now. The wall may be ruined and they may have more bombs up there for all we know.
How scalable do these buildings?
Not at all. They're completely sheer, remember. These are like they're like skyscraper cubes with like a villa up at the top. Remember, they're like towering up above you.
I'm not so good at climbing.
It's maybe like 60 sheer feet up before you even get to like a balcony or something like that. It's just like solid brick.
Tori nods and says, well, time for extreme measures then. He gestures a bit in the air and
Kills Cade.
Marcus flutters a bit and transforms into the usual form of Grey Page.
Oh, excellent. I don't think we've seen a Phalar in a while. Can you give us just a quick rundown of what these guys look like?
Well, as it happens, we have the mini here. I can show on camera too. Can someone aim this better? Who's better?
I mean, you could also describe what it looks like.
True. Well, it looks somewhat like a very, very large gorilla, but with an extra set of arms and some funny little psionic tentacly bits around its face.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Big old psionic gorilla.
Yep. And it looks like its brain might be exposed a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's definitely got some exposed brain matter.
That's so
dangerous.
brainy.
Weak point here.
How did it evolve to that?
Well, it starts.
Mistakes were made.
Athos is a strange.
Someone was playing around with the spore creature creator.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are its testicles.
gorilla kind of, as gently as possible for a creature with a nearly 30 strength score, kind of gets Zor's attention by tapping him, points at the wall.
You knock Zor over, of course.
No.
just batter up.
Zor's getting real sick of being slapped around by giants.
And then he kind of holds out one of extra arm each for these two for Cade and Marcus to grab one.
These two characters.
Oh my god!
Have you been seeing another D&D group?
Well, it's been a long day.
Antoria is the only character that matters.
Can't believe it.
Do we need like a quick update on who everyone is?
I'm Cade, I'm your best
I got
friend.
lost. I got lost during Bill's update of going to the tower 3 times.
Wow.
I'm FOXHOUND, your dungeon master, your best friend, your quinceañera.
Yeah.
I threw a little hypnosis in there.
Anyway, yeah. So he's basically motioning for Marcus and Cade to hang on so that we can all climb up the wall and get out of this place.
Zora will jump up and climb then. And follow
Yeah,
us.
Sure.
Cade will be the last one on. But
Okay. Well, certainly the transformation of one of the number into a gigantic, horrible beast has startled the crowd, and if anything, it sort of had the dual purpose of making them more oh, they have to be killed, but I definitely don't want to be the first guy to run in there. So they're definitely a lot more fervent, but they're also giving just a couple more steps, and we're gonna get them soon.
Hold me back.
Well, before any of them can make a move, you've easily scaled one of these towering noble villas and just climbed to the top. And from here, you can see just a scattered horizon of these bizarre sort of shapes. You can sort of see the parapets of the temple that Tanger was spying at before, where in front of it, the plaza is where most of the townspeople seem to have gone to receive the Marwal's blessing. And of course, you can see the enormous long bridge leading from this area to the King's Twisted Tower. Oh, the Twisted Tower is behind Cade, I think.
Oh, yes, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
And what was the place he named, that the Sorcerer King named? His accent made me miss it a little bit. The place he said keep them away from?
The Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Yes.
Is there anything else in Nobletown other than the temple that looks particularly stand out?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, hold on, I have to look up Thalar's perception check. It's a little different,
that's
probably.
really good.
Actually, it's not bad. That's way cost. How about a 13?
13. You don't notice any other real areas of note. This is a really, kind of chaotic city.
Yeah, it's the worst place we've been.
I understand why that is. It makes me really kind of feel like I missed the ball a little bit with Caladnay,
I mean,
which is literally in hell.
that place wasn't good either.
It wasn't.
I'm not counting the version of Calenday when it was in hell. When I think of Calenday, I just think of the sand-covered normal city.
Sure.
This is definitely the worst normal in the material plane city.
Yes,
we've been
absolutely.
in.
It has the worst deals.
Yes.
Planes don't count.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's the temple and there's the bridge leading to the tower, and that's about it.
Well, what's our next move?
Cade will sort of look around and be like, don't really know. It's
By now, it's about 2 in the afternoon or so.
Are the townspeople starting to scatter about, I'm guessing?
They're sort of congregating around this spot. None of them really seem to know what to do, given this turn of situation.
throw rocks like an Assassin's Creed.
Not just yet.
We have to get to that temple at some point. We're running out of time.
I agree.
Quick out of character question.
I'm here for you. I'll make everything good.
Thanks. So I don't want to assume just because I know that there's only so many voices a human being can put on. Would we recognize the voice or at least the accent of this person who is in our mind?
This doesn't sound like anyone you've sounded like before. I realized halfway through it sounded vaguely like Dojak.
Yeah,
that was not.
okay.
So that was not deliberate.
Okay, that's why I wanted to check.
Yeah.
before.
No.
Dojak's been busy.
It's Dojak.
No. I would have said if it was deliberately that character, it was not.
Or I thought maybe it was intentionally similar to him, but okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah, all of the Sorcerer Kings sound like they're from South Carolina.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's where they come from.
Yeah,
They grow tall
where,
there.
that's where the game is secretly set. That's the big reveal. Is that
modern day.
this is actually antebellum South.
Amazing. Well,
That's not true. No one hold me to that or ever bring up that joke ever again.
Yeah,
That is terrible.
It's actually Indiana.
All right, let's. Well, there's really only one place we know where there are things that need to be done here. Maybe if we get closer to those guards, there won't be as much of a problem as when we're on the boat.
Yeah, maybe we should just rush the tower.
We don't have time to mess around here trying to figure out what they want. Let's go.
All right. And how far away are we from the wall at this point? We got up on the nearest building.
I mean, it's maybe like a 40 or 50 foot gap.
Are there any closer buildings?
Not of this height, no.
All right. Are there peasants on the ground between us and the wall?
Yes.
All right. Antoria's one of his.
Which are like 60 feet down.
That's fine. Antoria picks up a piece of the building and rips it off as a throw rock attack.
How many people are you carrying?
Only 2, because he's able to climb himself.
Okay, alright.
He got an extra.
Yeah,
He
that's
picks
fair,
up
that's fair.
Zorak and
He makes an exaggerated motion as if he's about to throw it directly below onto the people,
Okay.
giving them plenty of time to get out of the way if they possess any instinct at all for not getting a giant rock or piece of building.
They do not. None of them seem to make a move.
Antoria looks really hesitant about it, but if they absolutely don't move,
Not a one does.
is there any empty space near them at all?
No, I mean there's like 40 or 50 of them down
Wow,
there.
what's with the sudden fucking morality checks
Yeah.
from Antoria here?
what was the jump to the wall again?
If only it was a ball of fire, you'd be fine with burning
Or
them
they were
alive.
asleep.
So from one of the noble houses nearby you, it's lit up inside. A lot of these places inexplicably are doing a lot of day drinking. That might be the activity of choice for the
Nothing else to
nobility
do
here. And like a fair number of people are like coming out onto the patio and just like taking in the scene and like, oh, this big old purple elephant. That's what those are called, right? Yes. I've been in the jungle many times. That most certainly is an elephant.
Does this sequence play like Rampage? You're gonna climb up and like.
You've discovered the video game reference for this city.
And then he hits a TV, gets shot.
Yeah.
You guys all fall down.
So they're looking at him and at you guys, and like mid tut tuts and ha ha and swilling of grape juice and whatnot, they begin to.
Oh.
And rather than like shedding most of their skin, they seem to like pop their skull out like into like this weird dimension, and such that their like snout is elongated, and suddenly their teeth are like sharpened, and their torso like pops up into this exaggerated pose, and these 2 like lupine kind of creatures, still like dressed in the tatters of what passes for noble garb in this city, leap from their balcony over to the roof where you guys are.
Antoria turns and throws the rock at one of them.
Okay, give me an attack roll there.
you ever seen Beetlejuice?
I haven't actually.
Oh no! I think it went.
12?
Yeah.
It sails right on past him.
Okay, so stand and get ready in case they come running up. One
Sure.
of my greatest regrets
Yeah.
in my existence is that I didn't take Cavalier so that I don't
Oh, yeah.
get bonuses while riding Antoria.
I can't believe we haven't seen more of your fucking paladin mount in this
There's
adventure.
no call for it, unfortunately.
You can use it right now.
If I wanted to waste my emergency Misty Step slot, yeah, I could do that.
Oh, I didn't realize it shared with
Yeah,
Misty
it's
Step.
level 2. I can use that to deal damage, to
Yeah.
cast Misty Step, to not summon a thing that costs 1 gold.
That's really unfortunate.
It is, I agree. I mean,
Remem-
you could make it a cantrip
I could.
if you wanted.
Maybe I will
He'll
one
be
day.
in this fight right now. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
You can just drop him on the townsfolk.
Unsummon him and then do it again.
Beautiful.
So, quick question.
Yes.
Did any of them make it? Sorry, I just missed that.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them did make it.
Leapt easily up to the roof where you guys are.
What is the next closest roof? Is there's the next closest?
Yeah,
roof?
so there's like a 10 or 20 foot gap between the houses themselves.
Okay.
And then there's a 50 foot gap between you and like the city wall.
Do any of the houses, just at a quick glance, get closer to the wall?
No, you're on the one that's closest to the wall.
Okay. don't think we could do a 50-foot jump.
I mean, how big are you?
He is a.
Doesn't he have like
It's more with the
20 something strength, so he can jump like a mile?
30 strength,
Yeah.
so he could literally just jump straight to the moon.
I-
He has, 22, he has a move speed of 40, climb 40, he's 23 strength, and a huge beast.
It is almost inconceivable that you could screw up that jump,
Oh.
but no, it's completely possible. But it would also not be like an unheard of feat. Like, odds are good that you would make it.
Oh, okay. I guess I was
Yeah.
going off the normal jump rules for humans, which is basically you can jump your strength score horizontally.
What's your strength score?
23. You were more than double that, so I was thinking, probably
See,
not.
this is where it gets wild though, because that means that Grape Ape can jump 5
But that's
feet
the thing-
more than Cade.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing, though, because
They run a long
those
jump
rules are for a
competition.
medium humanoid, not a huge gorilla.
No, so yeah, here's the thing. You're first of all large size. I'm pretty sure.
Huge.
I think we're gonna retcon him. You'll note that your mini is actually smaller than
Oh.
typically is
Fair enough.
represented.
He's retcon.
That said, you're literally a creature renowned for its jumping ability.
Yeah.
I'll ask you to give me an athletics check, but you're gonna have advantage on it.
Oh,
You're gonna have no problem jumping over it.
I
If
think
that's what you want
even
to
if
do.
you
Yeah,
don't-
that's,
even if
that's
you
what he
don't-
wanted to do, but
Yeah.
he was...
Yeah.
But if you wanted to jump to one of the
Snake eyes.
other
Snake eyes.
rooftops, like a 10 or 20 foot leap, there's no check for that whatsoever.
Well, I'd also like to add, you don't necessarily have to clear the total distance. You have a climb speed, so as long as you can catch the wall,
Yeah,
you
Okay.
can climb
that's
back up. I mean,
absolutely.
That's
Just hold
that
on.
I didn't...
If you don't roll one, then
Hold the auto parkour button when you.
if you don't roll
Yeah.
2 ones, you're a math guy. You know how
Zora's gonna
unlikely
grab
that
mine on
is.
before
I got a
we play
3 and a
Yeah.
7, so it's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing I have a high athletics bonus. Let me double check what it is. I think it's a plus. Yeah, it's a +9. You got a 16.
So the edge of the roof sort of collapses under the weight of this, and everyone their gut sort of drops a little bit. But sure enough, you flail through the air and grab the exploded chunks of what used to be the platform, and you've made it to the wall that surrounds the districts.
As a FYI, Cade is just sort of like, he's still hanging on, he's still sunk in, but he's actually going to be facing back because he doesn't want these things to jump and try to commandeer his Grape Ape.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
Like, it's absolutely conceivable in his mind that they're just going to follow. So.
Yeah. To their credit, they will try to follow.
Goodbye.
One of them plummets halfway through. The other one manages to get like one claw and and then just drops most of the rest of the way.
One of them fails its resolve test and is like, nope. There's got to be a better way around. I'll take the elevator.
Yeah.
There has to be a better way.
Antoria is unable to resist giving a mighty kind of noise, and then starts climbing down the wall.
A rock hits you in the forehead.
Oh. How much damage?
1. You fall unconscious.
Oh.
Did you? Thanks for the Assassin's Creed. Everyone else, give me a Dex saving throw.
You're all under Grace of Hamadu for the next 0.2 seconds before we plummet.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was another natural one.
I will ask for one small favor in the face of disaster.
I want to hear what these results
Okay,
are
sure.
first.
Is it 15 a save? Is that pass?
We'll find out.
Well, he can
Well,
read
it's
Tell
like
me
a
what yours-
reroll. Okay.
12.
Okay, you guys managed to land.
Okay.
You are gonna plummet. What is your question, Antoria?
If as he gets hit, can he kind of shove everyone over to the good side of the wall? Poor town.
That's a further drop, by the way.
I know it's a further drop.
He's trying to end this campaign.
No, I think having raised your arms to cry out in triumph
Fair enough.
used up what action you could.
Your
enough.
hubris is caught.
I rolled to see which way Zorak fell, and he has fallen into the wall. So you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall 40 feet.
Okay.
So
Is there a chance to catch myself?
Yeah, make an acrobatics check or athletics if you prefer.
I get advantage on anything that involves. Well, will this be a climbing or not?
No, you're falling.
Yeah, you're trying to catch yourself.
Wow, I need to stop rolling this die. 5.
5. Okay, you do not succeed.
Yeah.
You plummet to the ground
Excellent.
and fall prone. You take 22 points of damage.
Awesome.
You're surrounded by angry townsfolk.
Rockin'.
Many of them have rocks.
I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Ah!
I abandoned them because I didn't trust them.
I mean, you turn into weird creatures. I look like. Okay.
Point of order. What items is Zorak carrying with him?
The number of them.
Yes.
No, which one? Yeah. I have
I have. Well, I don't have the ring. The ring isn't with me. I have my I don't know how to pronounce it even. Periapt.
Yeah.
Periapt of wound closure. My cloak of protection.
Periapt is my favorite Steven Universe.
A bunch of my normal stuff, like my medicine kit, all the usual.
Oh, do you have any of the artifacts that the?
The only one I have is an orb.
Which orb do you have?
We didn't really write down which orb it was. I don't think. Sorry.
Who did you get it from?
He had didn't he have the Conqueror?
Did he have the latest one from?
No, I had the one from. I got mine from.
Did you have the one? Okay.
Cascade.
Oh, so that was Antoria, the missile deflection one.
No, we lost that one.
Lolly Pie has that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you have the spellcaster.
Probably.
That sounds right.
Whichever one was the second one we got that we still have.
Yes, that's the spellcaster.
Okay, so then I'm gonna mark that down.
Or spellbender or something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, that's the one I have.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what are the rest of you guys doing?
Crap.
Yeah, Cable looks back down to where
do
Zorak
that.
fell.
Okay.
That's 40.
It's 40 feet down.
Dude.
Goodbye, sword.
Yeah.
We'll say stay here.
Yeah, Cade looks like he's about to start moving, but
Alright, so it's 40 feet down, right?
Uh-huh.
What Antoria wants to do, he wants to fall, preparing to cast Dimension Door as soon as he gets to Zorak.
Of course.
yeah.
So that's the plan.
That was on my mind, but I actually unmemorized Dimension Door.
Zor, what are you doing?
Standing up.
Okay.
It's a good start.
That's
Yep.
a very good
How
start.
far am I from the wall?
You're right next to it.
Okay. Do I have my wits about me after that much?
Yeah,
of a fall?
absolutely.
Okay, all right, and then I'm probably going to try and start scaling the wall.
Okay. You're going to provoke attacks of opportunity.
That's better than still being in the middle of a crowd.
Okay.
Well, Antoria will wait to see how this wall climbing thing goes before he plunges off the wall.
That's a
2 20s.
Wow.
All right. You're equipped twice by faithful servants of the Sorcerer King.
Excellent.
Thankfully, they're just wielding like cudgels. So from the first one, you will take 12 damage, and from the second, you will take 18 damage.
All right, so
Some cudgel.
30 altogether?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, they smashed a bug pretty good,
Yep.
but he's still up, and he's gonna
So
keep
you get
climbing.
half your move to climb, I guess.
Okay. Then 20 feet up.
Okay. Antoria?
He sees that.
Wait, you have 40 move speed?
Mm-hmm.
God.
I have.
There's
Right.
It's the Thrycreen mobility.
Yeah,
It's what also
yeah.
gives me the climb speed and
Okay.
everything.
Antoria kind of looks down at what's going on. He will. Don't really have anything that can help other than what I was doing. You seem to be taking care of that yourself.
Are they all in a bunch such that Marcus could plunge attack all of them?
You could. They're going to go.
But how are we gonna get you back?
There's a fair number of them, yes, but they're going to go. A lot of them are going to chuck rocks at Zor. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Okay, 1 is going to hit. You take 1 point of damage.
Oh boy.
But then one tryhard in the back
Oh no.
tosses one of those flaming urns at you.
Oh, I thought he was throwing a snake.
I just went first. I was like, fucker.
So
Oh no.
it sails through the air in this ominous way. And each of you, like, there's a cutaway shot to each of you going like,
Yeah.
and then it falls down into the crowd.
Try hard
And like
indeed.
everyone that was like within 10 feet of you just like goes flying with putrid flame attached to their rags.
Serves him right.
Yep. You're able to climb up the rest of the way without too much remaining trouble.
Without being
Is anyone else
exploded.
deliberately jumping down?
No. Kate will help you up the last like couple of feet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
Yes, a little beat up, but that was unfortunate.
How are we getting down?
Are we on the top of the wall now?
Yeah.
Alright. We fall off.
I push Zora off the
How far is
No, while I'm helping him up, I'm
So,
gonna
are you
give
trying to get out the other side of the city?
I'll pour
I think
20.
Okay, then it's like 80 feet
Okay.
down.
80 feet. Okay.
I'll double check the distance, but I'm pretty sure we're good for 80 feet.
Yeah, it's only like 8d10
Not many
damage.
legs.
Yeah.
We'd also like hang first, and that would be like 70.
There was a Deus Ex mission that I beat that way, where it was
Alright.
like you have to sneak into this really tall building,
Uh-huh.
and then when you get the MacGuffin at the top, you set off the alarm. And I was really good at sneaking, but not so good at fighting.
Right.
And so I tried a couple of times to like fight my way down, and I kept dying. Until I realized it was just on top of like a parking garage, and I had the regeneration thing.
Yeah.
So I just turned on all my speed augs and just jumped off, and my legs accordioned like Wile E. Coyote. But I just like ate some potato chips and regenerated them and ran
just
away.
Rub those Doritos on your thighs.
Yeah.
Good to go.
It was great.
God, that game was good.
Doritos.
Yeah, anyway,
So
so
good.
just as I'm helping Zora, I'm gonna give him a little bit of lay on hands just to
Sure.
heal him up. But
Oh, I see. Sneaking it in there. Yeah. Good.
Sorry about that. The
like, what happened?
transformational matrix is not always stable.
You know, I meant to do something, and I forgot to do it.
Uh-oh.
But we're just going to go ahead and do it now, because that's the way this sort of thing sometimes goes.
I'm gonna crinkle stuff.
Fine.
Zor died.
Yeah, I forgot to do this thing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait for Loadscreen. Okay.
Done.
So now that you've like recovered from this sudden crisis and have sort of collected your bearings and you're observing, you know, the beach side, you can see that there's something outside the city that wasn't there before that really looks a little bit out of place. Running around, like occasionally like looking up at you and like scraping its hooves angrily, like circling the spot where you're at, as a unicorn.
That.
What?
Well,
For the record, who's seen one of those before? Just you, and you weren't there for that either.
No, I
Nope.
think literally-
Marcus was.
Didn't we have a horn?
Oh, Marcus was,
harvested
yeah.
the horn or something like that?
That's probably why this one's here.
What is that monster?
I believe. Did we ever find out what it was even called?
I don't think you did.
I'll do knowledge.
Marvin
I don't
summoned
remember.
one of those
Oh,
once.
that's what happened.
Would knowledge nature even be applicable?
You can try on knowledge nature, yes.
But what is it doing? Well,
It looks angry, and it's in our way.
well, the last one, the one that Marvin summoned didn't meet a good
I did pretty
end.
well. I got a 23.
23, this is, you know that it's a unicorn, but you also know that unicorns don't fucking exist. It's a legendary creature. It's like a lion or something like that. It's the only kind of thing that exists in fairy
Let me
tales.
see if
That-
I can.
I've heard of that before, but supposedly they're not real. They're just rumors. It's called a unicorn.
Well, what are we looking at then?
Let me see if I can figure out what the heck is the problem here. Antoria will cast a message to ask the unicorn what the problem is.
Okay.
It
Supposedly
can
they're very
respond if it
magical
wishes.
beings.
Kill.
Why? He asks in another message.
You just get an image of Marcus.
Oh, it seems fixated on me for some reason.
Well, I guess we'll have to kill another one.
We don't have time. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yes.
kill it and go.
Well, we need to step off the wall that direction first.
It's like trying
like
to step up the wall, but it's
Like, incidentally, you'll have plenty of time to throw things at it while we're on our way down. You might want to take advantage of that opportunity.
It'll pull out a javelin.
Are you turning back into it?
He's gonna.
No, we're just going to step off and I'll make the landing not a problem.
Okay.
If you will. It helps if it's all at the same time, so...
so
three.
like a minute after you've seen this thing, it suddenly is not there anymore. And there's just a couple of magical sparks where it once was.
Well, that's Wait, after a minute?
Yeah.
Arcane check to recognize a wild magic result?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
I mean, you've seen some wild magic in your time, and believe you me, sir, this has the smell of a wild magic duck, if ever you have fried one.
Torian notes it, but shakes his head to talk about it later, and he... On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Marcus
3.
was on 2.
And he steps off the wall.
They did not count.
Oh. You're literate now! I guess we should...
Well,
I can
he's
read
still, no,
numbers.
he's still
Oh, I'm
training.
just kidding.
He's literacy training still.
Antoria will use the ring of spell storing to cast Feather Falls.
Excellent.
Nobody gets hurt. In the
So
wall.
no sooner than you do, but a fireball erupts at your location. I assume everyone is standing right next to you, right?
They had to be pretty close
gotta-
for
they gotta
Feather Fall,
be.
yeah.
Sweet.
This
Everyone.
means you're under Grace of Amanu.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're all also like stepping off of a wall, so I don't know that there's a chance to like dodge it.
Do we get an action leap with the explosion like, behind us?
No, it's on us. Is the thing.
Yeah, like no one was getting out of the way of a fireball that you didn't know was going to be there.
Do we still get the feather fall effect?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not concentration either. It's not going to break
Thank
from...
God.
It doesn't break
We're gonna
under
go-
duress.
But what you do know is that you were told by your friendly neighborhood witch that he was going to cast Featherfall and instead blew you up. You each take 27 points of fire damage.
Toria will summon an elemental shield to block half of his.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I'm gonna do the same.
Fancy.
Cable eat all the damage. No problem, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Marcus eats all.
cast Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Same
A
thing.
water sphere appears and absorbs it.
Spectacular.
Attacks.
Arcane check to recognize another wild magic effect.
Yeah.
That is 23.
It certainly seems like wild magic. Incidentally, when you cast Fire Shield, was that it?
Absorb elements.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Cocked.
Yeah. Natural 1.
Natural 1, okay.
Okay. Is that something
Cool.
Tanger could also detect, or literally only Antoria?
Why don't we finish you guys falling to the ground first?
All right. Well, everyone.
Okay. You guys touch down to the ground, and
What was that?
you look around and taking note of Antoria, you're no less surprised to discover that he is 1 foot shorter than he was at the top of the wall.
He's like, what was that?
What? I landed it. What the?
What happened? What?
Antoria.
Are your spells acting funny?
Antoria starts ranting in a language I don't think anyone actually understands
What?
with Cassia not here.
What is going on?
Eunuchs.
Yeah, he's ranting in Draconic. I think he's basically come to the conclusion that his spells are somehow triggering wild magic.
I think you're not incorrect.
What is going on? What is?
What?
After an
Could you
extreme,
get your spells under control,
after a
please?
particularly angry outburst, he seems to like back to his normal height.
What is that?
Marvin's curse seems to be my own. My spells are having the same sort of unpredictable effects
Marvel.
his used to have.
The blue one.
Try casting something. Well, you did, didn't you? I saw that shield
Yes.
around you, but nothing untoward.
Try again. He'll just cast
Let's not tempt the fates. Stand a little over there and try it. I remember what some of those things used to do.
Zor's gonna go over there and he's gonna actually heal himself some more because he just got hit. And cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Does he turn into a flower?
A fire pot.
Not at present.
Alright, I gain 14 health.
This is infuriating.
What is going on?
As I said,
Why would that happen?
well, we have seen Marvin all around this place,
Unfortunately.
and the mentions of we do know Rajat and
Rajat.
Marvin are connected somehow, right?
We have
The dragon.
I mean, I've been hinting at it pretty
What's it?
strongly for a
Okay,
few
actually,
months.
The dragon
I have a little mercy. You
Yes.
know, you know I.
The dragon deliberately addressed
Okay.
him that way.
Okay, that-
yes.
We have some
And
pretty
with all these
damn-
references to Rajat, who the dragon claims is the same being, it's not surprising there would be something of him here, but why the hell did it...
Well, try to keep yourself under control.
We should move.
We do need to go.
Yes.
Try to just, maintain
Try to do
yourself.
what? Not cast...
We're in the middle of a hostile
Well,
town
at
right
the
now.
very least, try not to set us all on fire in the middle of emergencies.
Let's go.
Towards the bridge, then.
Yes.
Seems to be our destination.
What are you guys walking?
So where are we
Looks
exactly?
like it.
We're
I
so
used my cantrip to set
I
them
assume
on
we're on the
fire.
other side of the wall. We were here. Like, there's two different sectors, kind of.
Where's my pointy stick? So you guys are back over near the docks, is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're over here now.
Yeah, but the wall, like,
Here.
no, like,
Here.
There's another
Wall?
thing.
Because you're jabbing around.
Is there a marwall? Sorry.
I feel bad for not having, like, yeah, I think it was,
Yeah.
for not having, like, delineated this, like, more clearly. But the wall is, like, that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we needed to be on the noble side of the wall.
That said, I mean, like, there's another stretch, like, there that you could reasonably get into.
Yeah, I completely misunderstood the geography of this place.
Yeah, I thought they were different sectors, and that this was like the wall in between each one.
No, there's just the one sector.
Gotcha.
Ah. Shall we swim?
Swimming doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
Can you breathe silt?
So, theoretically, could we run along the wall to get to the Great Bridge if we were on top of a part that wasn't blown up?
So you could. It's not, like, made for traversal, so I think it's going to require some parkour skills, perhaps.
I see.
But it's certainly reasonable to think that you could do that.
Marcus likes the idea.
Brendan is not surprised.
My magic untrustworthy. I'm reluctant to propose the usual solutions I'd have for this problem.
Marcus is gonna look at the dock scene just in case there happens to be like any sort of little boats or ships or anything like that.
Nothing like that, although you can see your boat circling out in the harbor.
Any signs of the obsidian?
The Black Falcon, it has not arrived yet, no.
Okay.
So, what's the underside of these bridges look like?
It's kind of gross. It hasn't been well upkept or anything like that.
Sure.
We know blobs regularly.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
underneath them.
I mean, so the city sort of increases in elevation as you go sort of northward. So the spot where the bridge sort of connects is even higher up. It's maybe like 120 feet up from where you currently are, and spans the way across. As for what's underneath it, I mean, there's some narrow pylons that hold it up, but there's no, like, scaffolding or anything like that underneath. It seems to just be a straight road across.
Does it seem like maybe we could like climb along the outside of the wall here, along the ledge, or is the wall pretty like?
It's
flush?
pretty flush.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so everything about this place suggests that they not only don't like outsiders, they've fortified it such that no one can get in, unless they just use the bucket.
Well,
Is there a bucket that runs from here to there?
There's not. There's also a guy with a fireball.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so speaking of that, you see the shades sort of patrolling the shoreline, but they just seem to be patrolling there. You don't see any note of them up in the bridge above.
By the look of things, we have to get up on that bridge.
I mean, you can fight the shades.
Is there another, from a ship with unreliable spells?
the ship flies. We're done. We just fly right to the top of the tower. Well, it almost seems like maybe we need to go back up the wall.
Certainly possible. We can use it. Are there other bucket platforms in our current area?
Not over here, no.
Just the one, huh? I don't know.
Seems
Now
like
that you know what to look for, though, it stands to reason that there are some over in the other sections of the wall.
Right.
Well, we could see if we can eyeball another lift and send Zorak up for it again. Although it doesn't look like it's going to be easy traversing the walls. Probably easier than trying to sail this silt ship.
We can't lose the ship, or we won't be leaving this place. Risking it with another encounter with those fireball flinging shades isn't going to go well.
Let alone bringing Tiberius and I forget his name for some reason.
that dude, whatever it is.
Yeah, the spike.
Cassia.
Little spike ball.
Casmir.
Cashmere.
Cassia.
Bringing them too close to the town with the Black Falcon. Who
Well,
knows how far away? It's
We could
dangerous.
try going to the other side. Summon the ship, go to the dock that I can see across the other side. There should be another bucket there.
So how do we get there?
Are there? So we don't see any other buckets along this wall. There's just the one.
That's correct.
Okay.
Or there was.
There was,
Oh,
yeah.
Are you able to get us up onto the wall?
Well, Zorak can. He can traverse the wall.
But the bucket's gone.
I mean, on the
Well, the
first
bucket mind is actually intact. It's just fallen.
Okay.
Yeah, we
But
need.
the platform that like
was
cranks it
holding-
up.
Yeah, Antoria's hoping there's a bucket set up over here. I guess you can send Tanger and find out.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
All right, he sends Tanger to see if there is a lift and bucket set up at the wall section outside the other dock.
That's reasonable.
Okay.
Takes a little while, maybe like 20 minutes to get over there, but sure enough, by that time he's able to scope things out, and sure enough, there is another bucket.
All right. Then should I send him to bring the ship?
What do the enemy forces look like over there?
We might lose him with that question, but.
Well, I mean, anything that you just saw from
Oh.
the air.
Did Tanger see anything unusual as far as like what the enemy looks like over there? Is it just more peasants, or there's anything else hanging out?
There's just more peasants, although certainly more of them seem to be like wandering around looking for intruders and that kind of thing. But no obvious outsiders have been spotted. Mind, that section is closer to the gigantic gate with the piles of the Walking Dead spilling over it.
They seem a bit more alert over there, but
Alright, this is just. I'll look up. We just don't have a lot of time.
I know. I don't want to try and get us over the wall and accidentally drain everyone's life force or something. Or turn us into potted plants.
This is incredibly inconvenient.
You're telling me.
I am.
Is it worth the risk versus calling the ship and however long it's going to take, and then having to traverse the bay and risking being attacked as we traverse the
No,
bay?
we're not
again?
trying to go near that. We can
Yes,
take
but we may be close enough as we traverse the bay.
we can take a bit of a long route.
The Black Falcon, who knows how far off that is. Wasting time may be very unwise.
Do you really expect it's going to be quicker trying to make our way by hand and foot over that wall from here?
Yeah, I would suspect that Marcus and I may be able to make it alright.
I don't know if
as
you
well,
could
but-
turn into an ape again, but that would make it a fairly trivial matter, probably.
I can turn into an ape again. I'm just not sure what's going to happen when I do.
Me neither.
Do you really think you two could climb it yourselves?
I mean,
Climb it?
not the wall,
Okay,
but
climb it.
making our way
Traverse it.
across. You said it would basically be like athletics, was what you were
Yeah.
implying.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but potentially.
I like a
If we
challenge.
let's get up to a non-destroyed. Let's go to a non-destroyed part of this wall. You go up and lower a rope. We can get up that, and then we can make our way across the wall from here.
Are you going to be able to scale that far?
I'll be fine.
Alright,
I
I
think.
guess we'll do that. Trump.
Do it.
Like, it may be
Listen.
worth. As once Zorak's going, it may be worth just taking the risk.
I have a way of doing this one that might be less risky. It depends on how this particular.
Trying to remember all the bullshit that Marvin did to us when our worst case scenario was here.
Oh, I have a good memory.
A lot of times
it.
you
It's
would
fact.
just do ridiculous things like music, or why are you exploding instead?
Their beard.
That
Why
is one
couldn't
of-
it be something like that?
That is one of the things that happened most frequently was him exploding.
Fireballs.
Thought that was his intent rather than the side effect.
Who knows?
Both.
Him.
With him, who knows?
Antoria will take a moment while Zor's climbing to try and arcane check himself to see if he can figure out what the hell is going on with him and his magic.
You got bitten by Marvin.
I got a 28.
Man, that's pretty good. So, from what you can glean, it's not necessarily something to do with you in particular. It seems like it might have more to do with like arcane spell effects in general.
And
It just so happens you happen to be the source of most of the ones you've seen in the past few minutes.
based on that result, do I think spells cast from items are likely to trigger the effect, such as the Ring of Spell Storing?
I mean, you
That's
did
what
use
happened.
one of those, yes.
That's where the
Okay.
fireball came from.
Yeah.
Okay, from
We
Breath of
assume.
Fall.
Yeah.
I failed my check on that one, so I didn't know about that one.
Yes.
Okay.
So anything that seems to be an arcane result seems to trigger the effect.
And knowing that it kind of leads to an infinite loop, I'll still ask, do I feel like I can counterspell some of these effects if necessary?
I mean, if anyone could, it'd be you.
Well, that's a fair response. And finally, do I feel like I can exert any control whatsoever on these effects now that I know they're happening?
I think that you, with experience, might be able to adapt to the situation.
Okay. I've got a little so far.
Yeah,
We'll see.
but you'll have to have more experience in order to get that experience.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna have plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
It's like getting a credit card. For the first time.
Something tells me this place will be very hard to get out of if I'm only crossbowing and daggering it. So I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities.
Groovy. Well, you have no trouble moving down the beach. You're keeping an eye out for sailors and flesh blobs and skeletons and wolf beasts of all kinds, but you don't encounter anything this time around. And moving over some rocks and sending Zor up, he manages to find a platform that seems clear of both folks hunting for you and folks just playing in the wrong place at the wrong time.
All right.
You lower a rope.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll secure it.
Everyone else, give me an athletics check to climb on up.
And Toria will look at his hand as they start climbing, and look at the ring suspiciously,
Yeah.
and twist it a little to try and cast spider climb using the ring.
Okay.
After they start climbing? Or?
After they're 40 feet up, yes. Just in case.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, you cast spider climb, and actually you feel pretty all right. As a matter of fact, some of the bumps and bruises you've taken start mending themselves. You regain 5 hit points.
Alright.
Do it again. And you're immune to alcohol.
Antoria seems briefly pleased by the effect, then he grumbles and shakes his head because he realizes it was completely random that it happened to help this time. So he begins just climbing the wall just by hand and foot this time.
Of course.
Which probably looks pretty interesting to anyone who
It looks like someone has model swapped in the wrong thing into a Spider-Man game.
pretty much.
Kane will be working his way up and be like, did you just cast a spell? What are you doing?
It was a lighter one than the other one.
What results did you guys get?
27.
23.
Okay, you guys ascend that business like it's nobody's business.
Let's get on with
Yeah.
this. I won't be able to do this for
Just your
forever.
arms.
Beautiful. You guys make it to the top of the wall.
Let's make our way to the bridge then.
Sure.
Let's go.
Give me so just ongoing. Those of you that don't have climb scores, give me another athletics check. Why don't you?
And Antoria will stand by to try and help either of these if they run into.
Sure.
if
You
they
regain
run
another.
into-
Do you? What's your hit point deficit at this point?
With Zora's effect, I'm down 12 more.
Okay, let's just go ahead and say that generally, over the next minute, you regenerate pretty much all of that.
Oh, cool.
16?
19.
Okay, you guys are slow going, but you manage to make your way across the wall, and you climb your way around the perimeter of the city, moving past the noble area, moving sort of parallel to where that temple is, and you arrive sort of much higher up, near where the bridge begins. Looks like you're gonna have to drop down into the city itself to move on the bridge. It's open air, so there's not walls leading along it, although there's just kind of like an archway at the very beginning.
So is that basically we would be following along the shore essentially?
Yeah.
We get about here.
Yes.
We have to drop down and then go.
Exactly.
through the archway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this, remember, is much higher up from sea level. You're about 120 feet up.
Yeah. But the actual depth from wall to floor is the same, or
So the wall to the floor of the district is 20 or 30 feet up at this point. So it's a pretty easy matter to drop into the city. But once you're on the bridge, it's 120 feet down into the
right,
sea.
right.
Break out my paraglider and
How does it look down there? Is there any movement?
In the city?
I guess where
The immediate
the
area of
path
the
we would
bridge.
need to take to get into the bridge.
As a matter of fact, it looks pretty quiet. It seems like this is a pretty rarely trafficked area. Most people don't seem to work up the nerve to go over to the city or to the spire rather.
it's quiet.
Looks good.
A little too quiet.
A little too Marcus. Right.
Guess we go.
Well, so what do we see approaching the bridge? Is there a guard station, or is it just
Nope, there's just an archway and there's a small clearing
Gotcha.
where people could gather, but there's not a whole lot of that here.
Okay.
This looks a little too open.
We don't have a lot of choices.
Let's get down there, but don't step through that archway yet.
Understood.
Agreed. All right.
Mind your noise.
Do you guys want to give me athletics checks for jumping down, or acrobatics if you prefer?
Marcus is gonna hang over the edge and then drop down.
It's very, very wise of you.
He knows about gravity.
Yeah. If anyone would know about gravity, it'd be you.
Advantage.
That's.
Checks.
It's not graceful, but you land.
That's fine.
28.
28. You pirouette and stick the landing.
Alright.
You start voguing.
And Antoria climbs down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's pretty quiet. Actually, at this point, you don't see anyone. It seems pretty deserted.
Probably like just cable uncovered his shield. So not
Nice.
Very much in full
Yeah.
combat.
Sure.
Anyway.
And Antoria will check the archway area for traps.
Okay.
17.
You don't find any traps.
It's clearer than I expected it to be.
Some good luck.
Before
maybe.
we go further, we've already seen the city has like those giant rune pillars. I wouldn't put it past them to put some kind of magic defense on a bridge leading to their spire.
I didn't see anything, but frankly, if a sorcerer king personally is in charge of the defenses here, that may not mean much.
Well, I wish you could perhaps do the thing you usually do, which is to identify these things, but
That takes time.
yeah.
It also will have other consequences.
Exactly. We don't know what'll happen if you do it.
Looking down the bridge, does it seem like there's anything notable about it, or just a pretty straight path?
It's straight. It's old. It's not well kept up.
Stone or
It is. It's yes, stone.
Let's,
I mean, it's probably brick.
let's
Just do it.
go and be careful.
Alright.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's move.
Antoria will continue checking for traps at whatever the normal interval for that is. For
Okay.
walking across the bridge.
Sure.
Every foot.
I'll call out numbers, you tell me when to stop.
Hey, Bill. Would you grab me some water?
Yes. Do you have a cup?
I do.
First result is a 20. Next result is a 16.
Marcus and Cade, why don't you give me perception checks?
Oh, there. 13.
12.
12.
Tanger eligible?
Sure.
Oh, sorry, 14.
Whoa.
I got my
14.
perception went up
Fucking
one.
Tanger got a 19.
Okay. It is unfortunately to everyone's surprise when from out of the clouds the entire structure rattles. Thank you so much. It sways just a bit as the metallic armored figure of the angel drops out of the sky. And just as quickly as he arrives, he's joined by 3 other figures.
Oh, good.
Here's a bridge. Arrange yourselves in
Well,
marching order.
At least we know the Metallic Angel isn't a Sorcerer King.
Do you have
Probably.
battle on the big bridge?
I would. Oh, I absolutely
like
will.
a billion versions.
Wow, that's good. This will be a lot of fight.
Original FF5, or actually,
Don't spoil it. Lobos has never played the video game.
oh,
I could probably just grab one of those.
BKMJM box. No, it's a really good guitar.
All versions. That way it'll like rotate between like every different version from every different game or something.
Every versions.
Yeah.
We encountered the metal thing. I remember.
We have, actually all of us have in the
Oh.
blue, in the Halfling Ruins, the blue shrine. That's where he first came from.
With the primordial.
The very
the
first time.
That was the very first time
When
we
the
saw him.
Amos
We were leaving the temple. Remember, there was that primordial that the halflings had eaten.
The Hydra guarded temple.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah, and then there was a robot.
Oh, yeah,
essentially,
yeah.
With a couple of other little robots.
Yeah. I remember
That's
that
that
guy.
same guy. He's just
Okay.
chasing Antoria now, who is now a wild.
Yeah, I remember,
magician. Lots
watching
going
that.
on this
Yeah.
side of the table. I just like to point out.
So if you would, maybe like 20 feet in front of you guys, there's the main guy, and he's got 2 friends. He's got one who's got some like
15.
sick abs,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
but otherwise appears to be pretty unarmed. Another guy with a
He has 2
hood
arms.
who
Hate this game.
has a knife and what looks like a glowing, flaming fist. and another friendo who is armed to the teeth. It is a big boy.
Okay.
He's a big boy. Well, he heeded your advice. Good advice you gave him.
And the lead one shouts, not just to Antoria, but to the group as a whole, "Interlopers, your sins must be punished." Roll for initiative.
God fucking damn it.
Oh right, I have this muted. That's what's going on here.
Initiative.
Yeah, Marcus.
Where did my?
It's right
I
in
keep
front of you.
missing it. Oh, 20.
20. Antoria.
6.
6. Cade.
6.
I'm gonna guess you're more dexterous than Antoria.
What's your dex?
0 bonus.
No, other
What?
+2. Yeah.
Zor.
21.
Oh no! That's me!
What? Oh.
Oh.
Yes, that's exactly what I need, is for everyone to shout as soon as I start having volume problems. Okay, so first we'll do Swordo.
Remember to call to announce attacks before you roll.
Yes. He's gonna go there. And
Good lord.
Yeah.
the hooded guy is gonna go there. Man, that's pretty closely clustered. Punchy man will go there.
Boy.
And
Somebody's
then-
gonna get one-rounded.
That's Antoria. just kidding, he's invincible.
He is pretty invincible. He has plot armor at this point.
I'm extremely sad in my tidal wave when knocks people down. Doesn't push people over. I'm just gonna.
Knocking prone is incredibly useful.
True.
though.
No.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
great
you're
weapon
right before
mastery.
me.
Yeah, great weapon mastery, and then unload on a triple attack. with
Okay.
action surge. Fucking
Sextuple attack.
yeah, it's
Zor, you're
that
up
on
first.
Say whatever I want.
Alright. So, these guys jump down.
But
They
then
flew out of the
soar.
sky.
Do they look like they can fly?
Like a meteor.
They definitely can fly. They're the Justice
Do you
League.
still have the extra planner amulet, by the way?
That's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
That's how we got into the Feywild.
Fair.
Well, actually, instead of doing tidal wave, I'm gonna do a new spell.
New spell.
New spell. Let me double check the range on this. 30 feet. So that's probably, was it 5, 10, 15, 20, 30? Yeah, I can get all of them. Alright. Zora's gonna kind of move all of his hands together, kind of twirl his hands in a circle over and over.
Look
and
at
over.
you with all of your hands.
And then water is gonna start appearing, and then churning, and then turning wilder and wilder, and then a maelstrom is gonna appear.
Maelstrom.
Yes.
Nice.
Let me double check exactly when that hits them. So that's one of the things to keep listening out on. Mass of 5-foot deep water appears and swirls in a 30-foot radius centered on a point you can see within range. The
Okay.
point must be on the ground or in a body of water. It's on the ground. Until spell ends, that area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts this turn there must succeed on a strength saving throw or take damage and be pulled 10 feet towards the center. So it happens at the start of their turn.
Okay.
So there's a mail.
So an impossible fountain of water basically springs up at their knees.
Yes, and I guess it is.
Or ankles in the case of Bigums.
It's not quite 30, but it'll cover, I guess. I'm gonna put it in the center of them.
Okay. Anything else? Marcus.
Does Maelstrom affect on
It does affect. Well,
If you
you
get
don't
in it.
know. You don't
Yeah.
know.
So there's just a bunch of like water swirling.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
just
It's like a big whirlpool.
Yeah, it's a big whirlpool.
Marcus will watch. No, I'm just kidding. This guy is hittable, so he's gonna sprint up and go for the lead, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's give a great weapon mastery a go. So mine's 5 hit plus 10 damage. Let's see how hard these guys are to hit, or how bad I roll.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 14.
14 does not hit.
That's fair. Attack number 2.
You swing wide.
19.
19 does hit.
Ooh, okay.
Smack him good.
And then it's the third attack. That will hit, because that's higher. 19's not bad.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, so I did have plus 10 on one of those.
If I didn't have my holy weapon, it might be a little more of an issue. But by the power of Hamanu, I'll be fucking knocking these guys all over the place.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
Roll me up some damage.
Alright, sorry. Nice. 28 plus 26.
28 plus 26. Not bad, not bad. You smack him but good, but he stands his ground. He is going to go. He is going to...
Strength check real quick. For the maelstrom.
Right, thank you.
DC 18 strength check.
He passes.
Okay. Then in that case, he takes
He gets annoyed.
What's your AC at?
21.
Okay, nothing happens to him. Nothing happens.
Sorry?
21.
21, okay. He takes a couple of swings at you with his... Oh, he takes 3 attacks, actually. The second one manages to strike true. And his longsword hits home for 15 points of damage. After him is the guy in the hood. He will also make a strength check.
DC 18.
He has failed, so what happens to him?
So he takes 66 bludgeoning damage. Actually, a couple D6s.
Shit.
2 more. And he gets
Up you
pulled
go.
10 feet towards the center.
Oh.
10, 16, 22 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And which one was this again?
The hood?
Yeah, he just gets pulled towards the center. So I just put him
No, the other guy, the hood.
Oh, the hood, sorry.
Not the halo.
So can he not leave that area, or
It's
what?
typical terrain.
So it's difficult terrain,
Okay.
but he can leave. He's free to leave. It just does damage, pulls him towards the center, and if he doesn't get out of it, it'll happen again. Next
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. He is actually going to, he, puts his hands across his chest and, dives down into the water, even though it's only, 5 feet,
yeah.
and he, disappears. Now it's the unarmed guy's turn. He succeeds on... Sorry? Sorry?
Two armed.
Yeah, the two-armed
Two-armed
man. The man with nothing in his hands succeeds on his strength, and he is. What he's going to do is he is going to leap, and he leaps like a wuxia, crouching tiger fellow, where he leaps and his toes just gently brush the tops of the water, and he cartwheels past. Can he get to Cade without moving out of Marcus's?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could if he goes along the edge.
Okay.
So it'd be 5, 10, 15,
Well, no.
20.
Well, difficult terrain, remember?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he's,
he's avoiding
he's
it.
not. He's
Yeah, okay,
ignoring
he's
the
avoiding
vertical
it.
10,
terrain.
15, 20, 25.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And he is going to assault Cade with a flurry of blows. Whoa. That's not going to hit.
Oh, one more question. Did
It
they,
looks great, but it's like,
Clang, clang, clang.
none of them look human, right?
oh no! Every single one of these is like a robot man.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
Robo Boys.
Yes.
This guy's blue.
But
Marvin!
he's not Marvin. You've seen a lot of Marvin lately, and he's not Marvin. Antoria, it's your turn.
Cool. Does Antoria remember from his previous encounter the one he thought was extraplanar in origin or not?
You remember correctly, or you remember that he was not.
Okay, so not dealable withable in that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the implication was that they were made in this plane by extraplanar people, but
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, in that case, Antoria, kind of looking a little uncertain, will attempt to polymorph himself.
Okay.
He will also attempt, if he has enough experience points in wild magic yet, to try and control this effect. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. The Arcana check is a 20.
20. Even with that, you feel like you haven't quite mastered this wild magic phenomenon just yet.
Okay. Well, while he's turning into Grape Ape, what's the horrible wild magic?
What are you talking about? These are terrific.
On the plant, he turned into an ape and then a plant.
So the ground at your feet bursts into flame. You yourself are not hurt, but it is on fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that's
Nice touch.
interesting.
Yeah,
Wicked.
Alright. Cool. And Grape Ape will move out of... Does it feel like it's going to hurt if I stay in the area? Or-
Yes.
Okay, then. How big is the area?
What?
How big is the area?
It's just the area that you're standing in.
If it's literally just the area I'm standing in, then he will move one step out of it.
Okay, it remains on fire.
Okay.
Does it like fall?
Absolutely, 100%.
Wait, it does?
Yeah, 100%. Please shade in the area where you were just
Never
standing.
mind, let's do that then.
So is my current area still on fire?
Yes, everywhere where you were standing
So
is a
here's
large
on fire.
It's like that Diablo 2 spell, except for it hurts you.
So let's mark this first.
So you were there.
Okay. And that's the only square I've moved into, so... Alright. Okay. I'll keep this, because I'm probably going to need it. And that's my turn.
Yeah, okay. Cade.
Kate is gonna move here so you can help shield bear from Marcus. So he'll basically just move back to back with Marcus so they can fight these dudes.
Okay.
And I will, yeah, I'll double attack on this monk robot that's going on here. This monk business.
Bruscabot.
The 16 hit.
It doesn't.
That's good. How about an 18?
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's because that's garbage.
Yeah.
That's the reason why
He's
I
like-
didn't hit. It's just like, yeah, I'll just leave it at that for now.
Beautiful. Okay. The big boy in the back. Yeah. His like shoulder pads like open up.
Oh my god, blast noise.
Why don't all four of you give me dex saving throws?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Grace of Hamano.
I'd also like a strength saving throw.
Yes, excuse me, I forgot about that. He succeeds.
Yeah, I suspected he
Yes,
would. He's a big
He has
boy.
double-digit bonuses to his strength.
Yeah.
That's probably not enough.
18?
20.
12!
9.
Okay.
Did I succeed? Right.
Yes, you both succeeded. So a tremendous volley of explosives crashes into you guys. Whoops, that's not gonna count. Zor and Antoria. I need to save for his monk friend too. He succeeds. Okay, so Zor and Antoria, you guys take 24 points of damage. You two take 12 points of damage.
I'll use Shield Bearer React.
Okay.
Guard the whole thing.
The monk guy, even just like standing in place, just does like an unnecessarily like cartwheel without using his hands and just like completely dodges out of the way of the explosion. He's abusing iframes like crazy. Zor, it's back to you.
Alright, whew.
Oh, the big guy is actually also going to back up out of the maelstrom.
Yeah.
Good thinking, big boy.
Alright, I am going to go ahead and cast. How beat up does everyone look to me?
I'm fine.
Do you guys...
I'm kind of rough.
A slightly
Is
burned,
anyone below half?
looking gorilla is before you. He has an extra pair of arms.
Almost.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that then. I am going to...
You are a large creature, sir.
Sorry. It takes some getting used to.
No, I mean there should be 3 more squares
Oh,
on
I
fire,
see.
sir.
I see.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yes. Let's get the points.
Oh, I guess this was my
Zor, what are you up to?
I'm going to do mass...
Good lord.
I'm going to cast heal on myself.
Okay,
Level 6 spell.
beautiful.
I need to. I'm too low to be taking mislits. That's it.
Marcus.
Is this guy big enough to be like scaled by Marcus, or is it just like he's kind of a large man?
He's pretty big. He's like 12 or 15 feet tall.
Him and Great Bait, like, do they match up perfectly for this?
Yes, absolutely. Of course.
Okay.
That's why Great Bait couldn't be huge.
Yeah.
No, Marcus will keep taking swings at the bot in front of the angel. Yeah. 23. Yeah.
23 hits.
Okay. Number 2. That's 21 hits, right? It's 19 hit, and that's a miss. Okay, so 2 hits again.
Whap, whap.
It's like, it's not minimum damage, but it's just us as a reroll. That's 23 damage.
Bonk.
Plus 29 damage.
Sorry, 23 and 29?
23 and 29.
Okay. He is
I'm gonna heal his bonus action.
he is looking rough.
Yeah.
Not almost down, but rough.
Right. I have one quick question. Is there like a wall on the sides of the bridge, or is it like pretty open?
There's a railing, but it's pretty open.
Don't toss your weapon, please.
It's
Okay, now
it's
attack.
sword guy's turn.
I
He's
know.
he's the only one left in the maelstrom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna try and make a save. He succeeds. He is going to take a 5-foot step out of it, so he's next to Marcus. He'll go the other way, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Just so that he's not like in between him and Marcus, in between Marcus and the edge of the bridge.
Right.
He can fly.
Well enough.
He can fly. He doesn't want to though.
He wants to kill.
So he's going to take 1 slash at you, Marcus.
Okay.
That will hit.
Fine.
You take 14 points of damage.
That's exactly what he said, so.
And then he sort of brings his sword almost in like sort of a salute, and there's a swirl of light around him, and some of the dents sort of like recompose themselves.
And Marcus like stand in it and get healed.
That's the accurate.
No, but if you succeed on persuasion check, maybe he'll teach you how to do it.
Flex that.
On your turn, sure.
Intimidate him to heal you.
Okay. Zor,
Oh, good.
the hooded guy appears right behind
I
you
figured.
and plunges his dagger into your back.
You don't need that back.
I could possibly parry that.
Okay.
depending on what he rolls.
What is
my,
your?
my AC plus 5 now, actually. Sorry.
Tell me what your AC is again.
18.
I would have hit on a 19,
All right, then I'll.
but you are surprised.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Give me a perception check, and if you succeed, you'll have like smelled him.
That's
That's
looking
pretty
good.
good. That's 27.
27 is pretty good. You hear the soft pitter patter of footsteps and whirl around just in time.
Get good. Strike it out of the way.
Nice. He'll take another attack.
Well, if he gets
Not
that
as-
one.
You lost the surprise.
Yeah.
That's totally relative.
Yeah, not a sneak attack, but he does do 7 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Okay. The monkey monk will. Can he? He is going to 5-foot step that way. Yes. Perfect.
Keep track of my reaction being used in case something else happens.
Does that move him out of Great Ape's?
He wasn't in.
Okay,
well, does Great Pape
So-
Great Pape has reach actually? So
Yes, he does.
He was.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
has
I'm
to disengage in order to do that, not 5-foot step.
He's not going to, so you can take an attack if you want.
Okay, I will happily take an attack because it's several.
But you can reaction.
Let me double check that. It's been a while.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Multi-attack, the player makes 4 fist attacks. Doesn't say, I'll just do 1.
Yes, for normal people, it's
Yeah, you only get one.
He's not normal.
18.
That's fine.
18 does
That's
not
why
hit.
it's not.
Missed. Yep.
Okay. He is going to attack with another flurry of jabs at Cade's direction. What did you guys see?
23.
3. Okay. First two do not hit. Man, of all the people that I want to hit good,
Yeah.
you are just keeping up with every single move that he's got. Antoria, you're up.
Alright. Antoria will kind of bully his way as far into this as he can so that he lights some of these squares on fire.
Okay. you still need to be able to fit into a 4-foot square.
Well, I only have to end my movement in a 4-foot square.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
fair.
move through
Yeah.
opponents, so
Let's just like step up and then take a step back.
yeah. Let's see, 5, alright, so 5, 10, 20. And it'll be these guys. And then he has to move back out since he can't end his turn there. There we go. So now he's
Are you just
Yes.
shoving your way in
He
to light
jumped
it on
in
fire?
and then backed up.
Okay.
pretty much kind of whirling around in the dance of combat as he attacks 4 times in the
You just
process.
gotta give him a
Wait,
hook.
what? When do you attack?
Well, that was just movement.
Yeah. He's just
So
spreading
what
the fire by moving.
What he did is he kind of moved towards him, brushed up against him a bit, and then kind of backed up.
Oh, no.
Oh, now
he's
you're
doing-
attacking from where you stopped?
Right. Well,
Okay.
He's attacking during the process. I mean, it's kind of. Well,
You have to stop moving and then attack.
Oh, I see.
You can't stop moving somewhere you couldn't stop and then make an attack.
Okay, well, you looked it fine. It was just a flavor thing. I mean, I'm in range for the attacks regardless, so I'll go ahead and do it. And-
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And Antoria's eyes will glow briefly before the first attack.
And who are you attacking?
Monk guy.
Okay.
With advantage on the first attack. That is a 26.
That hits.
Okay, I'll do the other rolls. That is another 26.
That will also hit.
That is a higher than 26.
Might hit.
And that is another 26.
What? How did you do that?
I like
That's so weird.
I like my green D20. What can I tell you?
Just waited.
Let me get this damage for you. It might be a little moment. Oh, there it is. Okay. Rolling up damage now. Apologies. First one is 12. Next one is 18, so we're at 30 total. Next one is 13, so we're at 43 total. And the last one is 16, so 57 bludgeoning damage.
Not bad. Takes it like a champ. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Cade. Give me some on fire squares, if you will.
Yeah,
we got it.
Spread them.
Okay, good.
How's this monk boy looking?
He's, he's taking some licks, but he's still on his feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Still up for a fight.
Yeah, Cade will. So, if memory serves, the last time we fought, at least the main dude on this, he was not impressed by radiant damage. Is my memory? Yeah. So Cade will mutter very.
He eats radiant damage for second
Healed him.
breakfast.
He did the sword thing.
Cade will mutter a little prayer and run his hand out his sword thing, and will sort of just like tremble and kind of trump with energy, and try to double attack this guy again. Oh yeah, that might hit. 32.
Yes.
Does that hit him?
Yes, it do.
Okay, so Thunderous Smite goes off.
Nice.
He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Don't see those every day.
I guess that's 15 DC.
I mean, 17.
8 plus your casting stat plus your proficiency.
8 plus my casting stat. I don't know what that is.
That's I think.
Is it charisma,
Charisma,
for
I
you?
thought.
Like, what do you use to increase your damage
yeah.
and stuff?
8 plus 10.
Your charisma bonus plus
Oh.
your proficiency, which is 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Ooh. That's okay. He still takes the damage. That's a shame though.
Maybe next time.
Knocks back 10 feet.
Yeah. That'd be a cool thing to do,
That'd be
right?
real
Well,
cool.
these guys flew in though.
But
to
it
be
knocks
fair.
them prone,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
can't act. Is the thing.
Yeah.
He can't take a movement.
Hey, it'll last a turn or two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
It's a 10 physical.
Well, see, that was the problem. You got confused. You're a Templar from Manu, not Jesus Christ.
Which guy is this happening
For
to?
the monk.
Okay,
10
right.
physical, 3 thunder damage.
Rolled minimum.
You yelled in his ear really loud.
And no, you need to roll radiant and all. Is it half or is it full?
It's fully ignored, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, so I'll attack again. even though it seems.
He's still doing this.
Yeah. Well, I still hit him. So
Ugh!
yeah. Well, we'll see about that. My attacks become significantly less impressive when the radiant's not on the board. So, 12 for that one. And for my, I'll use my shield bearer, so I can, on a turn where I've attacked, I can also do a bonus action to do a shove action.
Of course.
I'm gonna shove the angel, so he was just an attack roll, right, or is it opposing strength?
I think it's attack roll. This is the sword guy.
Natural 20.
Okay. I think you can put
yeah,
him pretty much
sword guy.
wherever you
I'm
want.
gonna shove him 10 feet back into the water.
Okay,
Actually, no,
great.
maybe 5 feet back. Yeah.
I think that provokes an attack of opportunity for Marcus, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, it
Yes.
doesn't.
Oh, it specifically doesn't. That's
If
right.
it's not willful, then
Yeah.
But also it's not others. No.
yeah, it gets him in the
Still in
water.
my range.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. The tank is going to step this way a little bit, and then he sets his shoulder down.
Oh, the Reinhardt charge!
Pinned.
Who does he hit?
He's gonna
Everybody.
hit,
The rogue, though?
He's not gonna hit Scrape 8.
Okay.
He's gonna hit.
Marcus, if you just
Let's see-
counterattack him somehow.
Let's see if he hits Marcus first of all. Give me a dex saving throw.
Okay.
You're gonna
Here,
have,
I'll just move him here.
you're gonna have disadvantage
You're
on
under
it.
Grace of Hamanu.
With disadvantage, shit.
I can't reroll 2 failed saves for us.
This might be a good one.
I'm just gonna assume that's a fail. Well,
That's probably a fail.
Is this Indomitable that lets you reroll stuff?
Yes.
It's a cool skill.
Yeah, it is.
10.
10 is not gonna succeed. Jordan.
So I'm gonna reroll once.
You sort of Prince of Persia rewind it. Like,
10.
The future refused to
I'll
change.
go ahead and reroll.
yeah.
Come on.
Exact same roll 3 times in a row.
Well,
He hits you.
Wow.
so he plows right into you. So what's gonna happen is he's going to.
Should I just lift him up on down?
That makes
So they
sense.
just pile up.
Cade, give me a save. You're also gonna have dex.
Alright, Cade's turn.
Natural 20 and a 3.
So,
That's regrettable.
does a 7 succeed?
It doesn't.
Not lucky
Okay.
I'll
enough.
just.
Okay, well then I guess I fail.
There's 2.
So the thing is, he's already hit a primary target, so
Okay.
you're not going to take quite as much damage. He's going to stop short of hitting Zorak, but he will displace Cade and Marcus, though.
Okay, so should I just carry them both with him?
So Cade is actually going to get shoved to the side,
Okay, sorry.
so he'll be
So
there.
he'll be here.
And
well, we got
Mark-
a space mismatch here.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess we'll put him there because that's the only place you could go.
That works.
Cade's sandwiched now.
That's how he likes it.
Cade, you're going to take 25 points of damage.
Is this magical damage?
It doesn't, not that. No.
Good.
Lobos, you are going to take 35 points of damage. And then when he stops, you are going to go flying this away another 5 squares and land prone.
Wait.
Yeah, 5 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Great.
Ouch. You just get hit by a train.
Gonna run away.
You just get hit by Doom Train.
Yes.
Drop the train on him.
Zorak, it's your turn.
Well,
There's a
things-
train behind you.
Things are looking not great.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
You're stuck between a rogue and a hard
Alright,
man.
I need a quick refresher. Bonus action spells don't allow me to cast full action spells.
Yeah, you only can do with a cantrip afterwards.
Can I attack?
Yeah, doesn't affect your
Can I
attacks.
do multiple attacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do whatever your full attack action is.
Yeah.
So like Cade can cast Bless and then double attack him.
Alright. So then I'm gonna double attack the rogue dude with my Niflheim.
Okay.
So let's do 1 attack, which is pretty good. Does a 20... What is that? 17, 8... 25 hit?
Yes.
Math is not my strongest. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, 2 hits.
You slice and dice.
I'll try for radiant damage, even though I'm pretty sure it's not going to do anything. We'll say white's the radiant. 15 slashing damage, 4 radiant damage. I'm gonna guess the radiant damage.
15 and then 4?
Yeah.
No radiant damage.
Radiant can't nothing.
15 slashing, and then I'm going to... Fuck, everything is bad. There's fire, there's a train.
There's a lot going on this bridge.
Do I think if I step through the fire, is that gonna hurt me, or can I kind of hop foot it?
Do you have to end
You
your
will
turn?
absolutely take damage from fire if you're a person.
Okay.
What if you're a bug?
I've got bad news for you.
Alright, I'm not gonna move.
Bugs
in.
are people.
I'm just gonna use a bonus. I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Do any of these things look beat up?
I mean, the swordman has taken quite a bit of beating,
Okay.
but he's recuperated a bit of it too.
I'm gonna choose him then. I'll put it right there. Spiritual weapon appears, and it'll take a swing at him. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then this is. I don't think this gets a
Do
bonus.
spiritual weapons have collision for the record?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
What kind of damage do they do?
They do. It'll be 8 force damage,
Okay.
and that's it.
Schwoomph is the noise of that. Marcus.
I will stand up,
Uh-huh.
Get together, Marcus.
and I'm gonna move in on this pyromancer assassin. Pyro assassin.
Yeah, get on that fucking
Yeah.
that
I'm
road.
gonna like this one shot.
And they're not concentration. so. Actually, let's.
Well,
I'll look
all right.
I got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'll go ham and do my 6 attacks.
Do it.
Goodbye, Rogue.
More immediate natural one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Spectral.
No, we'll see.
It's spectral.
All right, yeah, we'll see next.
Is this a
time.
critical failure roll?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, okay,
I was just
okay,
saying
okay.
that was the alternative. Like I said, I didn't declare Great Weapon Master. 20 hit?
The big guy?
The little tiny
The
one
rogue,
says-
yes, it
That's
will.
Okay,
Hit
alright.
him.
The first 3 I'll do not Great Weapon Master in the next level. That's a natural 1.
Well, goodbye.
Well, one
Does that proc? I don't think does that proc my extra attacks yet? Because I only did 2 attacks. Because like I get what's it?
Depends on whether they're extra actions or not.
Action surge. Once per short rest, take an additional action.
An additional action is fine. What is the question?
No. I'm
I'm
asking.
saying, does he burn his action?
Yeah, did I burn it? Since I didn't actually take it.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No.
I just wanted to make sure.
No, I assume that all of that is just streamlining.
All right.
Give me a critical failure roll, low
4.
dose.
4.
4 is Butterfingers that you have disadvantage on your next attack.
Okay.
Oh, even,
Yeah.
even better. I'm
More
afraid
ones.
that,
You're just like you pull your shoulder a little
do
bit.
that.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess that's.
Okay.
Yeah, that ends my action. Can I still brain punch him?
Yeah, of course.
I will brain punch.
Duh.
Duh. 3 damage and wisdom save.
I love
12
wisdom.
DC.
Fail.
Really?
Yeah.
Disadvantage on next attack. Oh, actually, next turn. Sorry.
Okay. It's Swordman's turn. He is going to. So, is he in?
He's in the maelstrom. I pushed him there. So
That's right.
That's gonna make a DC 18 strength save.
He succeeds.
Okay.
Okay. He lifts off and takes off, but not out of sight. He just goes up like 40 feet or so.
Oh, sorry, the maelstrom.
Yes.
You did this one.
Yeah,
I was reading.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I don't want to use my react. If I'm gonna have to do a bunch of deck saves on the next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit him?
Yes.
It's
Yes, it
still
does.
The thing that stops movement on a hit.
I don't.
Oh.
I was originally gonna take that, but it would have been redundant with Barrett at the time.
Oh, that's right. Barrett was the one who did that,
Yeah.
not you.
Man, remember Barrett?
It's really good.
It is.
14 physical.
Not bad. Not bad.
Just kind of hold it out.
But he continues on his way.
Yeah.
And he is going to. He's going to move through the air like this way, but he doesn't come down.
Hold your arm there. Hold your arm for the rest of the campaign.
He's made good decisions like that before.
It's true.
He went to go get some boys before engaging
Here,
you.
we'll use a. So He
Yeah, he
is.
rallied the squad.
Where exactly do you want him? Just
I don't want him anywhere in particular.
Okay.
Well, don't worry about
He
it.
can move pretty freeform
Okay,
thanks
gotcha,
to
gotcha.
flying.
Yeah.
Okay. Rogue is going to continue his assault on Zor.
But he has disadvantage.
He does have disadvantage for his next attack.
The whole round, I think.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay, that one is gonna miss. But for his second attack, he takes the flaming orb in his hand and just drops it down to the ground. Give me a dex save, you and Lobos.
Boo. That's Lobos.
Excuse me, Marcus.
Marcos.
Marcos. Lobos.
13.
Dex 22.
Okay. Zor, you nimble your way out of the danger zone. Marcus, unfortunately, you are engulfed in flame. Give me a Constitution save.
That's not normal for flame.
That's fine, though.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
34.
34. Okay.
That's a natural 20.
I believe it. You did a good job. You still take 25 points of fire damage,
Damage.
but it dies down pretty quickly.
I'm not fire disease.
Everyone's allergic to fire.
Just
Some more
zombies
than
in this
others.
town.
Yes. Who's the monk near?
He's near a gorilla in a
and
cave.
he's about a step away from the gorilla. He's
Okay.
also standing in fire.
Yeah.
Okay, well then he'll take some damage from fire. But then he's going to dance his way out of it, and he's going to try and punch a gorilla.
He has to give Kate. Well, Kate already did it.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Hua! What's your AC?
Pretty bad as Grape Ape. Let me see. It is.
Yeah, it's
like
just
14.
roll your damage.
Oh no, it's not that bad. It's 15.
Oh.
Okay, I get 3 hits.
All right.
Just roll your damage.
The thing is, give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Here it comes. This is payback right here.
We'll see.
10.
Okay. So the force of the mighty winds of the east follow with each of his blows. He like, and then does a spinning roundhouse kick, and the force of the blow knocks you 15 feet
Oh my gosh.
off of the bridge.
Oh, I see.
You're in the city now.
You take
8 damage.
Hybrid.
not huge damage, to be quite honest.
That's a monk. Yeah. That,
14 points of damage.
all right. Let me,
But you are also no longer on the bridge.
we will.
That's a problem.
We will deal with that momentarily.
It's your turn, as a matter of fact. So let's deal with it.
I gotta make a concentration check first.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I passed the concentration
Aww.
check. Okay.
Okay,
So how high up is this bridge again?
120 feet.
120.
It's over the Silk Sea. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Good.
So the good news is it'll take you at least 2 rounds to fall.
Well, 2 rounds to fall. Is that a serious statement?
Yes, because you fall 10 feet each second, and each round is 6 seconds.
Okay, well in that case I'll just cast Dimension. I'll revert and cast Dimension Door to get back on the bridge.
Okay.
And I can choose the location pretty precisely for Dimension Door. So...
Hi, Polo.
Polo's here.
Polo.
He's just in
hello.
time.
It's perfect timing
Oh, man.
from Polo.
His wild magic roll is anti-magic field.
Well, that wouldn't stop Dimension Door, it's instantaneous. I will
Wow.
choose to appear... here.
Oh, good.
What'd you get? Was I able to control it? I guess not.
No.
Alright.
Probably a little busy.
No,
Yeah.
you're a little bit distracted, unfortunately. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
You have disadvantage.
Ugh. Nonsense is this? 14?
What's your spellcasting DC?
18.
Yeah! I've been saving this shit for years!
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Lumps.
Alright, no, the flumps have happened.
I know.
So,
Bumps have flown.
the gorilla falls off the bridge, and there's
Antoria.
the telltale sound of magic being cast. And sure enough, from out of, or no, there is no, Dimension Door is very deliberately, there is no, like, magical spell effect.
Yeah, it's the most subtle of teleport spells.
Okay, so then just from out of nowhere appears a sheep.
Wait, yeah, in place of you, or okay?
I mean, who knows who this sheep is?
Well, that was only a bonus action.
It's behind.
Yeah.
Antoria.
Have I lost control of my actions in any way, shape, or
No, you're just a sheep.
Well, can I cast spells as a sheep?
That's a really good question.
Because if I haven't, I've lost control.
Okay, hang on. It's technically under the effects of polymorph.
I mean,
So you would have to tell me.
I would have to say your semantic. Which one's verbal? Your verbal components are probably going to be.
Well, no, because polymorph is the same thing that you use to become Grape Bait.
Yes.
Which means you take on the mental stats of whatever it is that you turn into.
Right.
You
And
can't
I
cast
lose
spells.
and I lose most of my class abilities.
Yeah, you can't speak or cast spells or take actions that require hands or speech.
So I will read this to you, and you can tell me if I've met the condition or not. Once, if Antoria loses control over his actions to an effect casting Dispel Magic on himself within, Dispel Magic will automatically be cast.
That is literally the circumstance.
Alright? Well, then-
So, go ahead,
Cancel the
please.
years of sheep buildup.
Yeah. Antoria's
You got to
like
see it
the
for a moment.
anti-fun brigade.
A ghostly like Princess Leia type hologram version of Antoria appears in front of the sheep and snaps its fingers. Is this a 5th level or lower spell? Polymorph is 4th level.
Then yes.
The sheep vanishes and is replaced
And
with
like,
Antoria.
he asked you, and then was like, "It's not."
Yeah. No, I'm glad.
No, I was saying the base level is 4th. I don't know.
know.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
there should be added levels
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it.
I know.
Alright.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
And Antoria's shield recharges
Yeah.
a little bit from casting Dispel Magic.
Well, that was the best turn I've ever seen.
I'm glad he came out better from that than he
That was so good.
Fucking
What an
Antoria.
Antoria turn that was.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, that was only my bonus action.
No, you just cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, an arcane object went off.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Roll on this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute, ignoring this result and subsequent rolls.
Oh lord.
So we'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you still have the rest of your turn, I
Yeah,
think.
I still have an action.
I love wild magic.
Make it good.
Alright. Alright, based on previous exposure, we're making an arcane check now. Do I feel like this creature is immune to charm? The big guy.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, and if it helps, I'm only trying to ascertain literally is he immune to charm. That's the only thing Antoria is trying to recall here.
That's fair.
Natural 20.
Yes.
He's immune to charm?
Yes.
They're robots, man.
Alright.
Yeah, you gotta reprogram.
No. They're intelligent robots. Fair enough.
Are they
Ah! Donation!
for the sheep?
Wyvern Slayer donated $5. This seems bad for Antoria.
Doesn't. Why are we just sitting there the whole time?
For 2 years!
Sin.
Okay. Fair enough. Antoria will grimace a little.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
I know, I wasn't expecting all of that stuff.
Well,
I'm
hold
kind
on.
of-
If only
What else do you have
had
left in the
other
turn? Because
spells.
you spent.
I only spent a bonus action.
I mentioned there was a bonus action.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Oh,
It
so
does
it's
limit my other spell casting. Oh, I forgot.
Oh wait,
about
is contingency firing off?
that. That's free.
Yeah, that was an item.
yeah.
That's Antoria casting that weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, since I only have a cantrip action, Antoria will launch a firebolt at the flying guy. Sure.
Yeah.
And does a let's see, 24 hit?
Yes.
All right, cool. And the firebolt crashes into him. Hooray! 2, something like that. What are my d10s today? Okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll spare you the trouble. It impacts him and he goes, "Ah!"
Like sarcastically faking it, or
Give me an insight check.
I got a
Yeah, that's good.
This is the dude in the air.
24.
It seemed like he should be a little bit better off. Maybe he's just like making an excuse.
All right. Well, let me see. Is he dead? I'm going.
So he's like falling below the level of the bridge.
Okay, so he's now.
Antoria shouts he's faking it. Do I still need to roll damage?
No.
Okay.
Cade.
Kind of
The
busy.
bar's been set kind of high, buddy.
Yeah, there's a lot going
What are
on.
you gonna do for your turn?
There's a lot going on here around
What is
Cade.
your multi-turn?
Anyway, Cade doesn't get to do all that BS.
Yeah, okay, I'll just,
Oh, Fox, I had a request for the next.
I saw. I'm gonna queue it
Okay.
up as soon as this one like
Yay.
ends a loop.
I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll move here. I'll recast Thunderous Smite and I'll attack the monk.
Okay.
23.
That just barely hits.
Okay. Strength save.
He's been like watching Antoria this whole time.
Yeah. Yes. Give me that strength save.
Yeah. What am I trying to beat?
15.
I do beat it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's alright. Okay, honestly, this is why I don't use my other spells, because my spell DC is horrible.
Yeah, man.
It's the one minor design flaw I have with how paladins and rangers work.
I'm just like, why would I use, like, I have, like, command and stuff, and I'm like, oh, only I can use it on is things that I could just kill in one hit. So,
yeah.
but it gives me a little bit of damage, at least. So that is 10 physical, 6 thunder, and then I'll attack again, and that will hit.
Beautiful.
And then that is an additional 12 physical.
Nice. He's not looking too good.
Yeah, I think I'll leave. I was like, I could shove somebody into the fire, but I'm probably not even gonna try to shove the tank guy. So we'll just go. We'll just go.
Okay.
He's done.
It's his turn.
Yeah,
He whirls around to face you
I figured as much.
and brings both his fists and his axe down upon you.
Oh, he did live with that.
Sitting on.
He's got
That's a
that hand.
D12.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad. I didn't know he was so bad at it. It's
Yeah,
good.
he's not played Dungeons and Dragons before. Both of those are gonna do a big ol' whiff.
Nice.
That's funny. Zor.
Alright, well this I'm just gonna let go. Because I'm doing much at this point, except endangering Kate, potentially.
Yeah. He should have just grappled me and thrown me into it. By idiot.
With that gone, I'm going to go ahead and cast... I'm running a bit low. You're pretty beat up?
I'm pretty beat up, yeah. I'm actually very beat up.
Yeah.
You're...
I'm actually fine.
You're fine.
Like, I have actually literally not been hit this
Oh.
fight other than that one charge attack.
So that's a touch spell. I could healing word.
You could just move into the fire and touch him. You could actually move, if you're looking for Lobos, you could move right next to him and touch him without
Oh yeah,
causing
that's right.
opportunity to attack.
True. Well, I'll be in fire.
No, you wouldn't. Right here?
Oh, I gotta move through it though.
Oh, you have to move through it.
Yeah.
No, you can move through enemies.
Oh,
You can move
yeah.
there.
Difficult terrain, but yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, fire, sir.
Hang on.
Sir.
Easy.
I'll just kind of skitter
Sir.
over him, as bugs do, and then I'll just touch Marcus and heal him.
Groovy. Marcus, your turn.
I'm gonna beat on this thing that's touching me. Alright. Oh wait, that's Zor.
Oh shit!
No.
You'd probably kill me. I'll heal you for 19 damage, or 19 health. Damage.
You're healing the damage I took.
Oh, sorry, my spirit weapon, can I do that real quick? I still get a bonus action for that.
Sure.
To just move it and have it attack. I'll have it attack one. For... Is it 15 hit?
No.
Okay, we're done.
Marcus.
I'm gonna do my... I'm gonna try and queue up for my extra attack, 6 attacks on this guy again, but
We'll
I have
see.
disadvantage on the first attack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, same number.
Wow.
Alright, and it's a 12. So, 25,
Who's this against?
assassin.
The rogue.
Okay, that hits. Yeah.
Rouge, bam.
Yeah, he is not too hard to hit.
Alright, and 20,
That hits.
10, and 23.
That will
And
hit.
I'll go ahead and do my oops.
You might be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention.
Like, you
He's taking some hits.
Yeah.
Okay. 17,
Keep going.
20,
Keep going.
14.
Describe for us your turn, bro.
Alright, good.
the price is right.
He's gonna bash him with the first 2 hits, like from side to side, and then with the final hit, he's gonna like hit him in the head, knock him unconscious, and he'll like ragdoll off the side. So he just goes.
He does that thing where like halfway after, like he's like 15 or 20 feet off of the bridge, but then he like fall out like Gibbs. It's just like,
Nice. Like a firework.
yeah.
Oh man, he's making it explode.
There's a surprising amount of blood inside these robots.
Use on trauma.
And then we'll go ahead and move
Okay.
right next to the tank that just shoulder bash.
Nice. Cool. There's no sign of Swordman. Rogue is dead. Monk is still in the fire, so he'll take a little bit of damage. He is going to... He's going to step over to Marcus and make some attacks.
Oh, he doesn't actually have to. He can just.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait.
Oh, no,
Oh,
he's
no,
going
he
to take a
does.
step.
Yeah.
He's a proc
Playing by the rules of the game.
attacking.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, wait, are you right there?
Yeah.
He's right
Cade's
here.
Then
not-
he'll just attack Cade, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry, there's a big robot in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big robot in the
Yeah.
way.
Side
Okay,
to side.
I guess I could look at this literal sky cam that I have.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your AC?
23.
23. Alright, the second and the third one are gonna hit. Give me a strength save.
Hope you do better than Brave, mate.
18.
18. I'm looking at the wrong thing, I'm sorry.
Did you really unmemorize Dimension Door?
Cade explodes into giblets.
You go flying backwards 15 feet.
Oh, backwards.
Good thing I get rid of that maelstrom.
No, that's not backwards.
yeah.
Backwards from him. Yeah. You take...
Oh, you're just on the bridge here.
Yeah.
So
I glitched out into the other.
Time paradox. You
you're
take
like gonna like get
14
knocked back
points
and
of
then fall
damage.
here.
Okay.
Portal strats.
And Antoria, it's your turn. At the start of your turn,
No.
let's see. You're there. Give me roll a d4.
Good.
Alright. 3.
3. Marcus, you're suddenly poisoned. And somehow you know Antoria is to blame.
God damn it!
Antoria, it's your turn.
Alright, so what's Cade's current situation?
Mid-air.
Mid-air, huh? Ooh. Fortunately, I have to Dimension Door to him to be able to Dimension Door him out.
Run, leap, and jump.
Alright.
Antoria's good at that.
Like, mid-air, but where exactly at this moment? Like, when Antoria finished an action, where would Cade be?
So technically all of these happen simultaneously, yeah. So he's like 5 or 10 feet down from where the edge of the bridge is.
Alright. Well, having no real choice in the matter to...
Tell me no sheep.
Yeah, that'll help.
His fluffiness will make him float on the silk sea.
Yes, that's exactly
one
correct.
question. Will he be able to would he be able to Misty step out of this on his turn? If he, assuming he can do that.
How far does Misty Step take you?
It's
30.
30 feet.
Yeah.
I think you would just be out of it,
Oh,
out of range.
let's see.
Because you fall, what, 10 feet a second? And then 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
like that?
Well, in that case, the only way Antoria can think of that might even potentially save you is, yeah, it's gonna be that.
Banish Cade.
Don't have to save him if he doesn't have any hit points.
Yeah.
Antoria looks alarmed and gestures. A wall of force appears under Cade,
I love it.
shaped like a cylinder, like a
staircase.
cubby cup. So that if his timing is off, he doesn't like end up on the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
he like tries to Misty Step through it and hits the fourth wall. Of
Yeah,
course.
it's a cuppy cup, so it's,
I love it.
the floor of the cuppy cup is 10 below where he currently is. It has sides, it has no ceiling.
Okay.
So
Then-
he'll take 10 feet of falling damage.
You take 2 points of damage as you fall to your death 10 feet below.
Assume that's non-magical damage.
No, it's bludgeoning.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
okay.
fall damage.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, or the
Okay.
monk's attacks are considered magical, though, right?
Right.
They are, yeah.
Arcana check is a natural 1.
He's a witch.
Well, yes.
Okay. You are. You feel assured that death has no grip over you.
What else is new?
Wow.
The thumb of the DM comes down.
Drop some more robots on you. Anything else?
Well, that was my action. I guess I'm done if there are no effects from that other than feeling that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my action's my main thing, so I'm done.
Okay. Cade, you're in a sippy
I'm
cup.
in a sippy cup approximately 20, 30 feet below the bridge. Can I mean, not Cade wouldn't really be like Cade's immediate thought is to get back in the fight, but can I see that angel that he like falls and he's like hiding below the bridge?
Give me a perception check.
He's like sitting there like reading a book. Or... Oh wait, reading's illegal.
How's a 24 do for you?
So actually you don't spot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cade will just feel out real quick. He's seen Wall of Force before, so he can probably get a general idea
Probably, yeah.
of what's going on here. And he'll just like find the lip of the sippy cup, and he'll pull himself up and then Misty step to the.
That's fair, absolutely.
Wow, bam. So he'll just charge straight back, like he falls and he springs back right back in.
Nice.
I'm gonna double attack on the monk. I assume a 17 doesn't hit him.
It doesn't.
I assume the 31 does.
It does.
Not that
DV needs more flying kicks.
I can fucking.
Right.
Leviathan 9515 correctly points out that death has no hold over a lich.
It's true.
10 physical damage.
Describe for us your killing blow.
Good lord. Yeah, Kate will just come like sprinting back in and he'll like take the first swing and I assume the guy like Matrix dodges out of the way and he'll just rip the pick up and hit him in the base of the skull.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Falls
then,
to the ground and disintegrates.
I'm gonna take a shove action against the tank.
Of course.
Actually, is he a large creature? I don't know that I can.
He is a large
I don't know
creature.
that I can shove any of these mouths.
I don't think that you can actually.
Okay.
I think
Well,
it specifically
this
says.
isn't the standard shove action.
Oh, excuse me.
This is because
Paladin shove.
well, it's because of shield bearer, so I can do it.
Oh, a puv. Sorry, I apologize for saying puv.
Well, so it just says to shove a creature, and they may mean the shove action. So I don't want to assume that I can.
Which page are you on?
Oh, that's just how it's written on my character sheet. Shield Master.
Thank you. Oh, it's a feat.
It's a feat.
So rarely look at feats.
Yeah, I know.
There's so much stuff in these books
Can't
that
show
I'm
them on
like,
Twitch.com.
yeah. Shut up.
Shield Master, if you take the attack action on your turn, you may use a bonus action to try shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. And since it doesn't define what shove is here, I assume it has to be referring to...
I assume it's a shove
It
action.
almost
standard.
certainly does.
Yeah, it'd have to define it if it was a different thing.
Okay. Well, Kate will shove him anyway. Clang! And just have no effect at all.
Shoving a creature, This doesn't...
You may not have a size.
It doesn't contest anything to do with, like, bigger or smaller,
Well,
so
even
please.
even a bigger thing can be shoved off
Yeah.
balance if you hit the right part of it. Like if you shoved one of his like you shoved him in the knee from the back. I mean, that would probably be pretty.
Yeah, shove his dang
If
knee.
Polo shoved me, and I would.
Yeah, no, Polo was almost knocked me down, putting his nose right in the back of my
It's
knee.
true, it's true.
17 to hit.
It's a strength check, right?
It's an attack roll.
It is just an attack roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. 17 unfortunately is not going to do it. He looks down at you.
That's fine. Okay, it's like ready for some shit.
Zor, your turn.
Alright. Well. Cast a lot of spells.
No
I think
kidding.
I'll go ahead and go with just a Sacred Flame and then an attack from this thing. So I'll do Sacred Flame first. I don't even roll anything. It's right. Dex save, please. DC
Oh.
18.
He loves Dex.
Oh, wait, it's not going to do anything. It's just radiant damage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So never mind. Unless that counts as cover. Cover is what's saving him from the radiant.
No, I doubt it.
He doesn't get a cover save. Alright, then in that case, the spiritual weapon is going to miss. Does a 16 hit?
Doesn't.
Okay, then it misses.
Okay. Marcus.
That's it.
Attack.
Go.
22.
Yes.
Natural 1. Well, I'm more
Give me some
likely to
damage.
crit.
Well,
I never
I know.
crit.
I know.
And
You're
I
actually,
fail
you are.
I know.
Every
Yeah,
time.
you should be critting
Twice as much as
twice
you
as much.
Zor just
Doesn't
holds out
work
some
out
rope.
that way.
Maybe you should try using Cuppy.
Yeah,
Well, let me do
yeah.
my
Use
one
Cuppy to
hit.
catch his weapon when he throws it off.
Yeah, just do 100 damage and kill him.
It's 19 damage.
Okay. Critical failure roll!
While he's sorting that out,
Just throw it into the Cuppy.
A 4 again.
4.
Disadvantage on
disadvantage.
next
All right, you're just having a. You
That works.
didn't stretch.
torn rotator cuff.
You kind of like hit a solid part of them in your hands.
Antoria.
Alright.
Here's what's happening to you today.
Okay.
Uh,
How can I control these? I've had like 8 of them now.
well, this unfortunately is the repercussions
Oh,
from
okay.
one particular surge.
Okay.
So I'm delighted to say that after many, many years, a quartet of flumps appear near you.
They spire everywhere again.
Why do they keep summoning us to this horrible place? Alright.
I'll just.
Is Antoria still feeling invulnerable?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, he's still Antoria.
He stalks towards the tank and enters melee range.
Okay.
And he flicks his wrist and electricity starts flaming around his fingers and
Yes.
he reaches out to touch it.
I love it.
Shocking Grasp. Is he considered to be wearing metal armor?
Of course.
Cool, I get
He
advantage.
is metal armor.
I have a question on my shove attack.
Glad I had it.
Since it's a shield shove, would I get the +2 to hit from my +2 shield?
Of course.
Okay.
Alright,
Me.
does a 25 hit him?
Yes.
Alright, forgive me while I look up Shocking Grasp,
Oh
which
my
I've
God.
actually never used before in my life.
That's bullshit. You made
Yeah.
Tanger do it for you once.
Well,
That's true.
That's Tanger.
And then he got clapped by a half giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Tanger though, that wasn't Antoria. And the damage wasn't relevant. Alright, so here's damage.
Details.
This is pretty good. I can't take reactions.
Yeah, 11 damage and you can't take reactions.
Right. Okay.
Then
The
Toria
fo-
kind of oh sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Toria kind of crosses his arms, kind of looks at him, unimpressed.
The flumps immediately start to fly away. They are desperate to leave whatever foul magic has brought them to this terrible place. You just cast a first level spell, correct?
Cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Never mind.
And Toria stumbles onto the way around it while being slightly more invulnerable.
Cade.
Let's go ahead and hit this big old boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with
You
my
hit
weapon.
Antoria.
Yeah.
It
Does 30 hit him?
does.
Does 20 hit him?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I think this pen is finally dying.
No. 18, that's 25 physical.
Okay.
I'll give him another shove. I mean,
Do it. Do
he's
it.
just gonna fling himself against this guy. That's an 18.
That will not succeed.
That's it.
Okay, it's his turn. He does that thing where like his feet don't move, but his waist rotates
Yeah.
around, and he brings both of his arms down on Antoria,
Alright,
ready to test that as a crit.
alright,
So we're gonna say that's the axe.
alright.
You you are gonna take 52 axe damage.
Alright. The shield. There's an orange flash, and that's about all you saw of the shield.
Okay.
And Antoria will. How much was it?
52.
Okay, one sec. Alright.
Okay.
Antoria
I was expecting a little bit more of a reaction from that, I'm not lying.
Oh, sorry.
But whatever.
Oh, I was waiting to see if it was.
No, from
over.
anyone. My
Oh.
God.
What?
Zorak, it's your turn.
Antoria
I'm
kinda,
sorry, but
I
you were
know,
hitting
shoved.
Antoria.
Yeah.
We're all just like, whatever.
Antoria looks slightly surprised that he was actually able to be wounded. He's kind of staggering against the railing a little bit. Does he still feel invulnerable, even after having it?
So he doesn't feel invulnerable. He feels like death has no hold over him.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Kind of looks annoyed at the creature for a little bit. He's in pain, but also annoyed.
Zor, it's your turn.
Is there a safe non-fire spot? It doesn't look like it.
There is not.
I don't know. Antoria, have you been shading in everywhere?
had.
Okay, good.
Oh, wait. After he.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, there's a lot.
The
of
whole
fire.
bridge should be on fire.
There's a lot of fire.
Well,
now.
there's not a whole lot
Yeah,
more.
it's like there, and then you moved in.
And then I moved in, so yeah.
It's still like 6 more speed.
I mean, it's still a lot of fire.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's enough for me to know that I can't.
Yeah, you can.
All right,
throw a
Josh
shuriken
Katana.
at him.
Okay.
Break up my ninja stars and throw them.
Okay.
Click clank. Just right first, you're cutting alive.
Probably gonna hit.
We'll see.
Don't knock him off the bridge.
26
That hits.
and 18.
No.
26 hits. For 6 damage. 6 slashing damage. And then I'll use my bonus action to do my spiritual weapon. It's gonna hit. That's a 22.
Hits.
10 force damage.
Marcus.
My job.
Oh, I gotta roll.
You have disadvantage on this first one, remember?
Catch the Chachka, which I do.
Oh yeah. Alright, because I got it again. I was like, I already did. Oh. Oh, yeah. Alright. Oh. Would have been a crit. No. 29.
That hits.
Can't have them all.
You cleave into him with your great maul.
Well, I guess I'll choose the lowest, which is 15. 28.
Hits.
And 20.
Also hits.
Excellent. Damage. Damage. 18.
Okay.
18. And 14.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Okay. Antoria,
Alright.
you burst into bright lights. Everyone, give me a perception check. That's not Antoria.
17.
21.
26.
You are each blinded.
Oh, great.
Because we perceived.
Yes, you rolled too well.
Damn it! What is blind? Disadvantage?
Blind is
Disadvantage on your attack rolls, advantage when being attacked.
advantage to falling off bridges. Antoria, what are you doing?
Alright, still feeling like death has no hold over him. He doesn't seem terribly concerned about this turn of events. He simply reaches out to grasp the robot while saying something that sounds sarcastic and arrogant and draconic.
Okay. Love it. I love it.
I assume he's still made of metal.
Yes, totally.
Well, it's a good thing he is. I'd be rolling for shit otherwise. Does a 22 hit?
It does.
Some shocky shock damage for him.
Keeping his reactions on lockdown.
Yep. 8, 9, 11 electric damage.
Beautiful. Done.
Yep, that's real sick.
Cade, it's you.
So Kane will be like blinking a little bit. His shield is blinking a little bit. He'll just sort of like squint his eye open and try to strike again.
Love it.
8. Oh, 18 does. Oh no, 18 misses.
18 misses.
But 24 hits.
It does.
I'll take that. 11 physical damage, and I will. That'll be my turn.
Okay. So he does a couple of things. First of all, the shoulder panels back up again. Everyone give me dex saves.
I assume this is not a spell-like effect.
It is not. You have,
It doesn't bother dodging.
okay. If you have blinded, I'm gonna say you have disadvantage on this.
Oh, well, I already rolled a 3, so.
Was poison?
Oh, I forgot you were poisoned. That's
I
right.
just remembered.
So poisoned is
Disadvantage on.
it's disadvantage on attack rolls.
Ugh.
Don't worry about it. We'll remember it from now on. I forgot it too.
Not saves though?
No,
Okay.
but because you're blinded, you're gonna have disadvantage on this particular attack.
Dex save, just 9. Well, 11. What's your range?
It's
Come on
10
in.
feet, so you're
Yeah,
out
okay.
of it.
9.
I rolled a 3 and a natural 1.
11.
I failed.
Okay, all four of you take 22 points of damage.
Is this magic damage?
It is. Then, rather than like nutcrackering it like he's been doing, he sort of like locks both of his arms in position and whirls. So everyone who is near him, which I think is everyone except for Zor, will get an attack on them. This will be Antoria. What's your AC?
18 or 23.
Okay. Don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Lobos also does not have to worry about it. You know what? I'm not going to use that attack ever again.
Everyone ducked from the missiles.
Yeah.
Other way around. World
Basically.
first.
Zor, you're up.
Alright, same as before. 2 tchotchkes. That's gonna miss.
Beautiful.
That's probably gonna miss. 17, yeah.
You're imposing disadvantage on account of your blindedness, right?
Oh, yeah, well, they both miss regardless then. Spiritual weapon didn't get blinded though.
Nope.
So I'm not gonna do disadvantage for that one.
Doesn't have
But it's gonna miss anyway.
Beautiful.
That is it.
Great. Marcus,
You're double.
you're poisoned.
Do I want it?
You get so
Like
many.
ones all day.
Look, you just gotta hit him once and roll. He's dead.
He's not wrong.
You just gotta fucking.
Alright,
Just
I'm
do
gonna
it.
fling my weapon off the bridge.
Okay, finally.
You hit the,
Uh,
you hit the angel.
21?
That hit.
21 does hit.
23?
Hits.
Yeah,
Hey,
fucking-
we'll see what damage you're doing to him first.
I have to roll them. 20.
Oh, you do?
Well, I don't have to.
20 hits.
I think you can.
Yeah,
attack
sure, I
C
know.
damage and then
Yeah.
attack and then C damage.
It's not something you should do often because it does slow things up, but yeah, it makes sense in this case.
21 damage.
Nice.
Another 21 damage. And another 21 damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Weird night. Still on his feet though.
Lots of triple numbers.
Looking pretty bruised up. He's
What episode of Star Trek?
piping mad. Antoria, I love these turns. They're just so good. You're so angry.
Remember when you blinded us?
Um,
And poisoned me.
beautiful. You feel a surge of power and regenerate 17 points of healing.
Why don't you pass that over here?
Well, as a point of order, you feel the life being stolen from your veins as you take 19 necrotic damage, Cade, and Marcus, and Zor.
Great.
Yeah.
I assume that's non-magical necrotic damage. That's the non-magical.
I think the only non-magical necrotic damage is getting older.
actual death.
Yeah, getting older is the only natural.
You
source.
hear Shivram chuckling a bit in his harness. Antoria, what are you doing with your turn?
Alright, well, he's actually getting more convinced about that whole death can't touch him thing.
Yeah.
Did he even notice what happened with all the other spell effects flying to his friends?
There's a lot of particle effects going on right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
There's fire everywhere.
They're all like stumbling around. Marcus has some like purple bubbles like popping over his head.
He kind of sighs and says something lazy sounding and draconic and kind of like leans into the large monster with a shocking grasp again.
Excellent.
It's a shame no one understands draconic. He's saying some really snarky things. A 22 does hit, right?
It does.
Are you just becoming Marvin?
Just fucking kill it.
Trying.
So that I don't die.
Well, it's not great damage on that spell. 10 electric damage?
Still on his feet.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Cade.
No reactions, of course.
All you, buddy.
Oh,
Blind
Lord.
strike.
Yeah, Kate is looking real rough.
Hey, you won a battle for us like that before.
He's having a bad day.
That's the fate of
that is-
DPS.
If you level, you'll heal the full.
I was gonna say
It's
that's
true.
We
It's
just
true.
leveled.
That's every day for Cade though.
Yeah. I guess I'll deliver my attacks.
Maybe.
A 17 misses.
Negative.
That'll hit. 29. And 12 physical damage.
Seems none too pleased.
Cade will use his bonus action to lay hands on himself and heal his dumbass quite a bit.
Love it. Okay. The tank sort of pistons fire as he sort of lifts his feet and spins, faces Antoria, and brings both of his arms down in a clasping grab.
Alright. Okay.
Give me a give me a strength check.
Okay.
It's a grapple. So strength check, right?
14. He tried.
He lifts you up,
Cracks the shit out of you.
All right.
and then the engine on his back fires,
Going for a ride.
and he sails off the edge of the bridge.
Tax of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity.
Absolutely, sure.
Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm gonna fling my weapon.
Remember, you all have disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't get one.
Hopefully I can fling my weapon at him. Natural one!
Yes!
5.
5 is disadvantage on the next attack again.
18, I miss.
Oh, I got nothing. I'm not near him.
Alright.
Unless
Oh,
I
right,
can-
right,
Unless I
right.
can throw to
Well,
my spirit weapon isn't that either.
Zor,
Is he in range of what can I even
he's
do?
like 100 feet away at this point.
Okay.
He can dash pretty far.
Or,
Not counting like the feet that he's already dropping, so he's actually like 140 feet away.
I don't think I got anything, to be honest. One last look. They're further than 60 feet away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, he can move double.
Could've done
He
something then.
can move double his move when he charges.
Nah, I got nothing. I guess I'll just.
Marcus.
That's it.
Throw Shivram at him.
Just throw a shiver on.
Well, if he's 100
Hey, what the heck?
you could probably
Fine.
hit Antoria with your bow.
Yeah, I'll shoot Antoria with my
Oh wait, we're blind.
Yeah, spare him from this awful fate.
We're blind.
That's true. You guys are just stumbling around like. Oh no, wait. Antoria's not here anymore. You guys aren't blinded anymore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see a bright light being taken by a robot.
The missile has launched.
Marcus is gonna like. Damn it, that's fire. Alright, well, he's not gonna crawl.
There's a lot worse stuff here than fire.
He's just gonna like kind of collapse.
There's flumps for
Collapse
one
to the
thing.
ground. He's not in good shape.
Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
gonna rest.
Okay, excuse me, Antoria, it's your turn.
Okay, let's review the situation.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, do I have a spell effect?
Of
first?
course you do.
Let's get that out of
Yeah,
the way.
maybe it'll just cast fly on you.
That'd be amazing.
It would. It really, really would. I'll tell you what. Give me an Arcana check.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
23.
23. So you are starting to get the hang of the way that these things fire off, and you don't think that you can completely control them, but you might be able to subtly influence which way they go or not.
Alright.
So an effect is about to pop off. You feel like you could turn it into something. It's not necessarily like immediately relevant, but you feel like you might be able to change it to something else.
Okay, do I have any idea what this effect is?
It's. You feel like it's going to be a restorative kind of thing.
Okay, restorative for me,
Yes.
but not immediately relevant.
No.
Okay. I will keep it.
Okay. You regenerate 5 hit points.
Okay.
Now you've got your turn.
Okay. So let's review the full situation here, just so I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Antoria is currently being gripped by an angry robot.
Yes.
I don't recall taking any crushy damage.
Oh, that's a fair point. No.
Okay.
From like.
So he's not squeezing with the.
No. He's holding you pretty tight, but he didn't like try to like strangle you or anything.
Yeah.
He's trying to save you.
I'm trying to.
Your friends are nuts.
I'm trying to balance the fact that Antoria currently feels like death isn't an issue with how uncomfortable the situation is making him feel.
I mean,
Well,
nothing else is
so to
taking you
clarify,
far away from your mission.
You don't feel like death is something not to be concerned with necessarily, but that like if death happens, you've got it covered.
Okay. Well, he definitely should be concerned. How far are we from the bridge at this point?
Like 150 feet,
Okay, that's out of.
counting Pythagoras.
Wait, what is Dimension Door's range? I need
I
to.
thought it was 500 or
300.
something.
I think
It's 500.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 500.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of worrying over nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Dimension Door's
I thought it was 100 for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Antoria.
Sorry, I'm a better wizard.
Well, the only problem is I have to use a really freaking high spell slot for it now. But
sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah, darn. You should just stick with
Darn,
the guy.
yeah,
you should
you're-
just ride that out.
You're good then. Just hang out where you are. Maybe Shocking Grass will solve this problem.
Maybe we could just stop here and Cassie will have something for you next week.
Yeah. Maybe she'll,
And Antoria will dimension door out and appear over here.
Beautiful.
In the fire.
You're on it.
Oh, okay. And he says something in Draconic again. It sounds lazy and kind of bored sounding.
Does he leave a fire cloud on the guy?
No. That guy just sails off into the dust.
Okay.
A potted plant appears on the bridge.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Is it a very bright potted plant?
No. I'm gonna say that has ended.
Okay. Is it a potted plant with fire under it?
It is!
Okay.
Zor eats it.
The fire, like, licks against the, pot, and it starts to sizzle and crackle, and as soon as you take 1 point of damage,
Antoria pops out.
yes, it basically, like, shatters in, like, an egg.
My egg hatch!
It sprouts into, yes, your plant has harvested a beautiful boy.
Antoria kind of looks around after what has just happened. Does he understand he was a potted plant?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kate will be like at the edge
You've
of the
never
bridge,
been
like,
so
with a javelin
cognizant
and
of your
fire.
existence as you were when you were a potted plant.
Well, actually, yeah, that's pretty silent. We don't even know, probably. We're probably all looking like, well...
Kate would be at the edge of the bridge, like,
Well, there would almost
aiming a javelin.
I think there's probably like a or something like
Yeah.
that, just when someone dimension doors.
You hear some disgusted muttering in Draconic from behind you, I guess.
Yeah. Antoria.
Antoria.
And he'll run that way.
There's a clatter from
jump.
above as the flumps realize, having flown up, that there's still narwhals flying above the citadel.
no!
And that's way worse. So now they've flown back down here because the fire is way more tolerable of the two evils.
Can we harvest them for magical ingredients?
I mean, you guys have done worse.
I haven't.
Marcus holds out his hand for a flump to like land on it.
Kate will jump over the fire to Antoria.
Flump.
Are you okay?
Your flump buddies.
Of course, I'm fine.
Of course. What do you mean, of course you're fine?
Well, you can't control his magic anymore.
How long is this? I feel like death isn't a major concern thing going on.
You know,
You'll die.
it's just about to wear off.
Well, you know, death is not really a. Wait, what? What was I saying?
Do go on.
Marcus, you're no longer poisoned.
That
But-
was some nonsense of that.
So.
The fire starting to
But
go
maybe you
out.
want some grip tape on your sword. Or Great Maul.
Victoria will kind of back out of the fire that he was standing in.
Yes, you're no longer causing fires, but the fire is definitely still there.
Right.
Like, is everyone okay?
Well enough.
Condition
I
check.
guess. I think we're all a little beat up, it looks like.
Where did I get
Good.
this? What the hell is wrong with me? He's looking at his injuries, not
You
quite.
walked straight up to that thing. I don't know what you're thinking. You're insane right now, and it's bothering me.
Well, it doesn't sound like a good idea now.
No, I assure you it wasn't a good idea then, but
No,
you're
I'm
fine.
sure it wasn't.
I'm glad for that.
And could have
But-
grabbed any of us.
Crap. Oh.
If we should, everyone just hold still for a bit and I'll heal all of us. I'm gonna do one that takes 10 minutes to cast.
Good work, boys. You solved my robot puzzle.
Yay.
Hooray!
But you're still spewing wild magic.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a regeneration effect?
Yes. Yeah, you've regenerated
health?
everyone
pretty
gets
much back
20
to
health
full.
back.
Oh, okay. Cool. So while you were talking to him and Antoria was saying death isn't a major issue, his wounds were just rapidly closing in front of you.
So
I'm not enjoying this new feature of yours.
the ambivalence where the afterlife was concerned was that you had a contingency reincarnate
Oh god.
attached to you, so you could have come back as a bugbear or something.
What?
I mean, it would have definitely been, a Dark Sun bugbear.
That's how
A
Alphys
Zugzare.
ends up conquered by a Zugbear.
Yeah, of course.
When he reincarnates, does he appear where he was, or is he just somewhere else in the world?
Yeah. Well, I guess you're not in the game anymore.
Well, if he still has a spell...
No, so it forms a new body out of a piece of an old body. It's kind of weird. It's one of the darkest.
Could be a flump.
You
Score.
The flumps return to wherever it is that they
He
come
comes
from.
back as one of those dead robots we just beat.
This wild magic thing is quite tedious.
Yes.
So frankly, the amount of power I had to lay out for that battle, I won't have to worry about it much longer.
yes, I think we're all in pretty shoddy condition.
And yet, we made no progress towards our mission at all. It's
No, as
completely
far as we
unrelated.
know.
I mean, you're halfway across the bridge.
Completely unrelated to even what we're trying to accomplish here.
Definitely
Well-
unrelated.
Honestly, this doesn't seem like a bad place to rest if we need to, maybe.
You're out in the middle of the dust storm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
And everything's on fire.
Also, you're surrounded by fire.
It's a great
take a nap
place.
right here.
I mean, it's like warmth. It's nice and humid.
Like,
and-
well, let's do what we can to tend our wounds here, and we just need to keep pushing on. We at least need to get to some cover before we talk further. There's no
Right.
reason to stand out here in the middle of this bridge.
Get around this fire.
I'm gonna skitter along the bridge.
Hacker.
Boink, boink.
Boink.
Okay.
Luckily, even Antoria's strength allows him to just fucking at will jump 10 feet across over flames and not think anything of it.
Oh, 100%.
D&D is great.
It's pretty good.
Well, to be fair, he has been doing this adventuring thing for a while. I mean,
He has,
he
he
could have
has.
done it at first level too, so that argument's
Yeah.
not particularly great, but sure.
You guys go ahead and continue
We'll
across the
form
rest
up
of the span.
And push on at least down the bridge.
All right.
Is
then.
everyone still like really? How beat up are you guys?
Fucked up is
Yeah.
my condition.
Toria is
That's what it
completely
would say.
undamaged.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I hate you.
I'll do another prayer of healing then.
I'm emitting a.
Yeah, same.
I'm still kind of beat up too.
The little circle under my character's flickering, but it's not
Yeah.
like solid red.
Right, yeah.
18.
Hurry up!
Another 18 HP.
All right.
It's better.
All right. In which case, you guys continue across the bridge as evening begins to set in. And I think we'll pick things up at the base of the spire next week.
Yay.
Sound good?
Yes, we'll have someone with us who still has spell slots.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Good game.
Good game.
GG.
Oh, magic. Wow. That's an annoying character feature to have when you don't have the other parts of it.
That was a rough
Well,
one.
to be fair, his wild magic did not trigger nearly as often as yours is.
True, mine's happening every spell cast.
Yeah.
Although he usually voluntarily took it whenever you would let him for
Yes.
that
Yeah,
power.
to
He had
recharge.
an ability to let him voluntarily.
He had a
Yes.
little.
Scientist
He had a little control over.
I'm just voluntarily taking. Well, not voluntarily taking it.
Yeah.
Except when you're getting an airline.
Of course. Not voluntarily. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. It was a good time. We'll say hello again to Xespera when she comes back next week for more Dungeons & Dragons. Excuse me, I'm going to hiccup.
Stray dice.
Oh, it didn't happen.
Oh no.
Join us on Thursday when we're playing more Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. Jack the Ripper and West End Adventures. Lobos and Diana will be out of town, but I think we'll go ahead and continue with that adventure. As it, I can promise you, we're probably not going to find out who Jack the Ripper is
Not
this
in the
week
second one. That'd
because
be a pretty odd
there's
storyline.
because there's 3 more adventures. So if we do find out, then is he going to just break out of jail again? Maybe we play as Jack the Ripper one week. That would be kind of macabre. Anyway, it'll be good, probably. I like it.
Rip it.
Yeah.
Ripping jacket.
Yeah. Rip and jacket.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.
Loadscreen.
Bye.
Bye.